ladies and gentlemen.
Dude, is that, let me guess, you're with Comcast, right?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking course, that's your problem!
Yeah, Comcast hasn't fixed any of the issues we had with last couple of weeks. And luckily they gave us a temporary fix.
Oh, come on, those guys would rather rub their nipples in their offices than actually fix anything.
I know, but they only did a temporary fix on the internet, and that's pretty much it. The outcry against PewDiePie's recommendations of the channel was immediately the media outlets and other YouTubers users citing an example PewDiePie's ongoing dalliance in alt-right culture. Response to PewDiePie's released a follow-up video December 11th, which he sarcastically describes the incident as oopsie, scoffed at the idea that he was promoting neo-Nazism, merely recommending someone for their anime review. As I said, I like this guy's anime review. PewDiePie says in this video the channel creator apparently likes to have hidden, non-so-hidden Nazi references in his video, and obviously if you noticed it, that I wouldn't have referenced him in a shout-out. I said publicly a year and a half ago that I would be going to distance myself from Nazi jokes, that this is the kind of stuff because I want nothing to do with it. Generally, I've done that. I don't really have a reason to dip into that again. It's just stupid. It's true. But each 3 videos PewDiePie featured in his since removed shout out to E:(R) channel featured fairly obvious examples of channel's offensive content. Why is it these people really getting upset with him over this stuff?
Well, you know that old saying, you're either with us or against us? Amplify that times 100.
Yeah, because it seems like this chick has like some weird conspiracy theory about him. Like he has his involvement with and she even goes so far as to talk about the instant dog whistle form of alt-right messaging in common channels, which literally uses pop culture imagery mainly drawn from animated series like Death Note and particularly Cartoon Network TV series, and even used as a tool for spreading white supremacist propaganda.
It's like they haven't even watched this video, because the joke, it's silly to try to explain the joke, but the joke was that he pretty much spelled it out. Showed that Steven from Steven Universe is supposed to be like the new Hitler. That was the joke.
Yeah, it's like, this is all satire, and yet they don't get satire in a particular sense of the word. They just think, oh, it's racist. Therefore, it's alt-right propaganda.
The funniest thing is that, some of those Fesh guys also didn't get the joke. They thought that E:(R) was one of them, which is also kind of funny, because so many people missed the obvious joke. Like, did they even watch it? Like, what? Oh, fuck.
Yeah, it's like, I don't really have an issue with this. It's like, this is the type of problem with a lot of these people. They bring up the whole Jewish thing, and it's like, they're trying to really hurt him because he's obviously in league with the Nazis hiding out in the South Pole, and they're planning to kill us. You know that, right? They're planning to kill the Jews again, using their UFOs to have sex with the aliens, powered by the anal sex.
Well, I actually have a picture for appropriate picture for that. Well, minus the anal sex, but you can post it in Discord.
All right.
It's safe. It's safe for work, so I can show it.
Yeah, I'll probably get in trouble for it, but okay.
Yeah. Again, here it is. Uploaded in the general. Yeah, the thing is that they would call people anti-Semite just for calling a Jew. But is it anti-Semitic to say that someone is a Jew if someone is actually a Jew? Because it's kind of
it's kind of obvious, because it's like that you're called a Jew because you call yourself one.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's like
Like open original
they
because
call us
it's actually-
goyim, so it's not like we're offended by it. We know we're not Jewish. It means non-Jews, so why are you going to get upset with us calling ourselves goyim?
Well, actually, goy means like animal,
Oh yeah,
like beast of burden. That's the original meaning. So it's
yeah,
kind of like calling someone an Untermensch.
or an Uberman,
Untermensch.
Untermensch, subhuman.
subhuman. Ah,
That's kind of what it is. Well, again, it's
Yeah.
a religion that literally, refers to the adherents as God's chosen people. If that's not
Oh, okay.
supremacist, what is?
Oh, that's fair enough.
I do find it ironic that they call people out for racism, but then and there's the fact that the Jews are Jew supremacists, but no one calls them out on that.
Yeah, they
Because
don't call
the-
them out. But you know what's so funny about it is that you remember what's her name? I forgot her name. Who lost her Twitter account all because she changed herself to the opposites of Twitter just to prove a point that they were very biased towards Jews.
Oh, Laura Loomer.
Yeah, Laura Loomer. I thought it was hilarious. You know, sometimes she may do some stupid shit, but she actually proved a point, and I actually had to agree with her that why is it that when I say something, I get banned when I talk about Muslims, but when someone says something about Jews, they don't get banned. And she did the comparison of it. And she actually brought up a good point. It's okay for Twitter to allow someone to say something bad about Muslims, but Jews, why doesn't the Jews bring it up? Oh,
Well, actually, it's funny because she also when she lost her verified status on Twitter, she actually compared that to the Holocaust. It's like so that it's just like how Jews were treated in the Nazi Germany.
I know.
I think she got seriously. I actually made a shitpost video about that on my channel, and it's one of the reasons I don't have my channel anymore. That previous one, because it's. I think that Google moderators didn't like that I used this song "What a Shoah" going "Don't Guess Me" as a background, but it was
Wow.
fitting for that. She was like,
I think the problem with them is that if you make fun of Muslims, you're a bad person. If you make fun of Jews, that's okay. That's what YouTube is trying to do. And they're saying, oh, you're being anti-Semitic, but if I make fun of Muslims, does that make me anti-Semitic? Are you trying to include anti-Semitism?
well, that's the thing. You can, if someone calls you a Nazi, tell them, "Oh, I'm not a Nazi. I'm actually a Muslim,"
Ah.
and that's my religious belief. So if you are criticizing me for hating Jews, you are being what's the term for there's like
Muslim-phobic?
Muslim, yeah, Islamophobic. Yeah, that's
yeah,
the term.
Islamophobic, yeah. And it's kind of weird though, because a lot of the stuff that's happening is like they compare a lot of the stuff that's been happening, and it's like I don't really have a problem with these people, but you guys need to stop. That was the thing that was brought up about YouTube. And did you see the 10,000 dislikes of YouTube 2018 Rewind?
Oh yeah, it's like almost 10 million dislikes.
Yeah, it's
At this
10
point.
million, and it's like I'm surprised by that too. It's like I can tell you. Do you know the reasons why there was 10 million dislikes?
Well, I think that part of that is because it features Trevor Noah and Stephen Colbert doing the Fortnite dance, which is the cringiest thing ever.
Oh yeah, it was. But there was also some people that were featured on it in a scandal. You may have heard about this scandal. It was called BetterHelp.
Oh yeah, it dwarfs the scandal of Candid. I remember when people were shilling for Candid, but at least a lot of people who shilled for Candid were kind of, none the wiser. But a lot of people who shilled for BetterHelp, they should have known better, and they probably did, but decided to shill anyways.
Yeah, because I actually had to listen to a video by a guy named, let's see, what's his name? He was featured in the first video when Will Smith recommended him. And I forgot his name, though. He was...
Ninja.
No, not Ninja. He actually made a video response about the whole dislike ratio about the YouTube. Let me look him up.
Mundane Matt? He made a video that saying that dislike button should be abolished.
It wasn't Monday Matt. He was featured in YouTube Rewind. And he was he was like a tech. He's like a tech reviewer.
Casey Neistat.
No.
Oh God. I still can't believe that guy is on that fucking on those videos. That dude looks like a fucking goblin, man.
Let me see if I could find it, because I was trying to make some meme videos, and let me see if I could find them.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't be the only one who thinks that Casey Neistat looks like a fucking goblin.
Yeah, where's Goblin Slayer when you need one?
Oh shit!
Yeah. Here it is. Marquise Brownie, that's his name.
No idea who that is.
He's a tech reviewer. He sort of makes his own video content about technology. He talked about the whole YouTube Rewind, and he explained that in his own words, he said he heard that Will Smith recommended him to be on the YouTube Rewind, and I think it was all scripted, because I think that Will Smith didn't recommend him. I think YouTube kind of had him have Will Smith say that, because a lot of this stuff had to be scripted.
Well, of course it is. It's like reality TV. Nothing is actually real.
He explained that that YouTube hired an editing company to edit the whole thing and do all the directing and everything. And it was a production company. I don't know what the name was, but he said it in his own video, and he mentioned that the reason why YouTube did this was because they wanted to make the advertisers happy. And I had to agree with him on his point about the reason why YouTube is doing this is because they wanted to make the advertisers happy. They didn't want... I think that was the reason why, because the advertisers were the reason why they wanted these certain people to be on the YouTube Rewind, and it sort of brought a lot of people out to agree with him about it, because it does sort of raise the question, why did these people do this? Why did they recommend these people to be on the YouTube Rewind? Oh, it's because they wanted to make the advertisers happy about this. They didn't want to put This Is America, which I actually mentioned in my video about it, that, for example, because it wasn't really advertiser friendly, because the music song by Childish Gambino, which was like the most memed video on YouTube, but instead they chose Kiki by Drake.
Of course.
Yeah.
Because holy shit.
Yeah, because it actually had more views than Kiki.
Well, to be fair, This Is America is kind of shit.
I know. I know. It was
HW paid. Like, musically, or even like as a music video, it's not that good. The only reason it was so popular is because it's like edgy and uses those leftist talking points and
It was so funny too. It was cringy, but people made memes of that thing.
Even though Vice told them that they shouldn't be memeing Childish Gambino because, according to them, the message.
Well, wouldn't tell internet know to do something?
They could, if you tell them no, they won't stop. You know they won't stop doing it. If you tell them no, they're just gonna keep doing it no matter what, because fuck you, that's why.
The thread on Twitter was glorious. Like everyone was memeing this this article to
I
call him back.
know, because it was so funny. It was like, this is America. Don't you?
Okay. Look at you slipping them.
I know. I actually did a meme of that thing too. I made my video of it with Fortnite, with him in it, and because I actually had to grab it from somebody that had the video, and I actually edited into the video. I'm surprised people hated that video. Because that was like the most viewed, and I'm surprised they didn't put it in there. And there was also the one thing that surprised me was Bongo Cat. I don't know why they chose Bongo Cat when they could have used Uganda Knuckles.
Because it was that meme like it should have been. I'm sorry, brother, but you know.
You know the way. Yeah, I don't know the way. But it was a funny-ass meme. But it was a funny-ass meme, though. It was so funny. It was overly used, and I actually had to use that.
Oh, and speaking of, you know that forest where these bastards were doing those Fortnite dance moves?
Yeah.
Why do I feel like it's a reference to the Suicide Forest by the
I have
Paul
a
brothers?
feeling that was that too, because I was laughing about it too. And then you see the you know what'd be interesting about this video? K-pop.
And then you had BTS, which were
Check out the Discord. I posted a picture there related to the topic.
Oh,
Talking about
oh yeah, now that I think about it, wasn't DTS on deep shit because of the anti-Chinese sentiment or some shit?
Yeah, I think that was the problem. And they didn't feature them. They only featured their song.
I'll be honest with you, K-pop is basically the same old shit. And I've heard Hyuna's Bubble Pop. That's a reference to what K-pop is in general. It's bullshit.
Well, there's one artist that I kind of thought was kind of hardcore-ish in a way, but she's kind of she's kind of hardcore Korean with her gangster sound. Let's see. They could have used Mia Khalifa's diss track by I Love Friday. Would that have been? That should
Oh
have been.
god, that fucking song.
Oh, you didn't like that song?
I did. Not that. It's just that I found out about it through the meme rather than the source.
Yeah. How about Doja Cat Moo?
Ah, ha ha ha!
Does that deserve to be? Because it actually did okay. It's like I looked at that song. And it's like you see, I have to say Doja Cat deserved to have herself known.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah.
It was quite an experience. I don't know what kind of experience, but an experience.
Yeah. Yeah, because that deserved to be memed to hell on 2008 Rewind, because I could not help but laugh at that song. And she's actually a really good artist, it turns out. And I remembered her interview. She talked about she wanted to not be taken seriously, but she as an artist, you know, she wanted to have fun with it.
You know, Georgie.
Yeah, go ahead.
You know, Joji said the same thing, and he ended up being doing the complete opposite.
What?
He used to say that they shouldn't take him seriously, but yet he decided to go serious with his SoundCloud music trip. In other words, he decided, yeah, I'm not gonna do Filthy Freck anymore. I'm gonna concentrate on being a sad boy all the time. Fuck y'all.
Oh, he's gonna try to focus on his music career now.
Yeah, that's what I remember. And and partly because of health reasons, but outside of that, I understand for health reasons, but you didn't have to kill off the fucking your fucking comedy career, you know?
I know. It's like if he wanted to, he could just make his album. But I understood that he just, he got old.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he got old.
Yeah, and I having heard his music, it's nothing special.
I know.
Oh God, I remember that. I remember that. I think that song was straight up a diss track to Vegans because, well,
yeah.
In the case of Doja Cat, saying, well, "Fuck, I'm hungry. I need to eat some meat." Fucking Vegans.
Yeah, but I remember in an interview she mentioned that she's not a cat. I don't say meow, bitch. I'm a cow. Yeah, she mentioned that they called her last name was Cat, so she had to call her, and she wanted everyone to recognize that she's a woman, not an animal. She's just her. I thought it was funny though. She literally made, when she put the French fries in her nose, she was just like making the joke and everything. So I gotta give her props for making that song because it was so hilariously funny. But it's sad that it didn't get. It only got like 30 million views. I'll give her the thumbs up on this one because it was a hilariously funny song. And it was the most memed. It was also the most. It was like I think the third most memed song ever in 2018.
What is? Oh wait, Despacito was last year.
Yeah, Despacito was, yeah. But the newest song by PewDiePie, I gotta give him "Bitch Lasagna."
Oh yes, Bitch Lasagna. There's even a couple of remixes of Bitch Lasagna, and there was one that was really fucking good.
Yeah, Flex Tape. You think Flex Tape should have deserved that?
Of course. But here's the thing: the first video came out in 2017, so.
Yeah, that's true.
And the sequel came out this year.
Flex Tape 2. Let's see if I can find.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest here. If Felix were to release like a rap album of nothing but diss tracks to T-Series, he would have been set.
Yeah, he would have been set, and he would make a diss track to Vox because they probably deserve it for being this stupid. Because you can see that they literally, tried to destroy him.
Well, the funniest thing is that all the hit pieces that came after again, these hit pieces don't actually destroy big YouTubers. In fact, it's the opposite. Because when PewDiePie released this recommendation for E:R, and then a day later there were all those hit pieces. E:R got more new subscribers from those hit pieces than from Felix's recommendation.
I know, because they literally destroyed themselves.
Oh, and that part with the virtual signaling, worst part. That was automatically worst. The worst part. We need to give up. Everybody gets a buzz. And who the fuck are half these motherfuckers? Seriously, the Japanese chick with a baby, the German chick in a wedding. Who the fuck are these people?
I don't even know either. It's like who the heck was the black chick? That was
Lily Singh. I know PewDiePie called her up. I think PewDiePie made fun of her because she had
He said
she had to.
crybaby. I remember.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah, feels pretty much called her a bitch mode.
Yeah. I wonder when he's gonna release another diss track about her.
Please. I wish he would do a content cut with iDubbbz. I mean, think about it. Something the likes of what he did to Tana Mongo.
Oh yeah, Tiana Khan. That was the most cringiest, funniest thing ever happened.
Say.
Hey, Nagger.
That was funny too.
Say nuggets.
Say those nuggets, bitches. Let me see. Oh, Andy Worski and Tonka's crew high school stories. Wow.
Oh, you get both. More cringe from the Bloods, from the
Andy Worski.
Bloodsports crew.
Yeah, yeah, it's getting ridiculous. That drama is getting so out of hand with Andy and his beef with Tonka, Saw, and everyone else. And Failure. You know, I really never had a problem with Failure. But, you know, I can understand why they do it. Because they were once in poverty. And now, you know, considering that people follow them and everything, now they're just a bunch of assholes. And they got more subscribers. And now they're a bunch of assholes. They were nice back then. Now they're mean. And they had to be mean. Because it was the only way to protect themselves. And right now, they are going to fall down and burn in hell.
The hell?
Yep.
Jimmy Kimmel cracks a joke about Ivanka Trump gets shamed by some of his audience.
Oh, cool. Thanks. Tacos.
Oh, what the hell?
Yay, tacos.
Oh, okay. So, Jim,
Taco Bell.
so it is
Alright.
that
Taco Bell.
one of our favorite NPCs, Mr. Jimmy Kimmel, did a joke about the First Lady.
Yeah. What did he say?
And, well,
It turned into a cringe fest.
rightfully so, he got shit on.
Wow.
Chicken nugger. Nugger. Oh my god. Oh, JT, you gotta take a look at this shit.
Okay.
I think he needs a new. I think he needs a new update. You know.
New
This new
material.
one- No, a new update. This material is getting a
I know.
little too old. You know,
I
because
know.
well, not playable character and so on. Orange Man Bad.
Yeah.
Shit, sorry.
Let's see here. Let me read the joke.
Let me see if I can.
But I'm gonna try to keep the. I'm gonna read.
And
The,
dude,
Mhm.
dude,
What?
the lives.
Hmm?
I gotta say, I wonder if we could get a. Wait, can we get a copyright strike for this?
Yeah.
Showing Jimmy Kimmel shit.
Yeah.
Well, the best way to avoid it is to pretty much like either play it 1.25x, speed, so it usually fools the algorithms, or just fools it for commentary quite often. Well, if we insert enough commentary, it qualifies as fair use. So if you get a copyright strike, you can dispute it.
All right, I'll play it at 1.5. Hold on. Alright, here we go.
The problem is that I guess that people watching the stream won't hear the audio if you don't have a mixer set up.
I don't have a good mixer, so I'm gonna try to attempt this.
If you want, I can play it and share. Oh, sharing my screen
not in a
wouldn't
festive
work.
mood right now. He's reportedly canceled the traditional White House holiday party for members of the press. I know I was disappointed too. Not only did he cancel the press party, he's also very close to canceling the Republican Party as a whole. But I have to say, to me, it makes sense for the president to cancel this party. I mean, what kind of party would this be? What would his toast be? Welcome enemies of the people? It would wind up like the Red Wedding or something. Old Yeller was barking up quite a storm on Twitter this morning. The president released a trilogy of tweets about his former lawyer and friend, Michael Cohen, who was sentenced to 3 years in prison for, among other things, illegal hush money payments made to Trump's mistresses during the campaign. Trump wrote today, I never directed Michael Cohen to break the law. He was a lawyer, and he is supposed to know the law. It's called advice of counsel, and a lawyer has great liability if a mistake is made. That's actually true. He didn't tell Michael Cohen to break the law. He paid him to break the law. He just winked and said, I'm going to leave $130,000 on this table. It's not there when I get back. I guess it blew away. Basically, Trump is saying that when he told Michael Cohen to pay Stormy Daniels and Karen McDougal, he assumed it was all legal and cool, which is interesting because I sort of remember back in April, I don't know if you remember him also saying this.
President, did you know about the $130,000 payment to Stormy Daniels?
Right. First it was I never had sex with those women. Then it was I never paid those women. Now it's I assumed it was legal to pay those women. Next week he'll say he didn't know they were women, and that's why he asked them to take off their clothes.
Usually, if you want to broadcast this, do you have like OBS running?
Yeah,
into the president's inauguration.
You can set up OBS to capture sound and mix it with a microphone input, so it will be broadcast.
I'm actually
Trump's inaugural
broadcasting it
team
right now.
has failed to account for much of the $103 million they claim they spent on the inauguration. At this point, I think the only remaining law Donald Trump hasn't broken is
I don't hear any audio from the video through.
Washington consultant who used a
the
US
video is
citizen as a
playing.
front
Okay.
so that a prominent Ukrainian oligarch.
The problem is that it is probably broadcasting through the
most damning is if they really did spend $103 million on this inauguration.
Hangouts, but not
that
through.
the only band they could get to play it,
But not through Discord.
The walls are closing in. Last night on the show, I mentioned that the word in D.C. is that
if I play the stream, there'll be an echo.
Jared Kushner. Well, today we learned that one of the candidates for chief of staff is Jared, but the one from Subway, not the. It's Jared Kushner. His son is the candidate.
Let's go.
One of the candidates for chief of staff. I guess the meaning of is if
Did you miss me, boys?
good enough to screw the country.
Yeah, miss you too.
I hope he hires Jared and then he fires Jared. We go through the whole thing. Hi, I'm Jimmy Kimmel, and I'm
we're
not
talking
allowed to
about,
until you click the subscribe button. So please click
go
that.
ahead.
I'm hungry.
I'm gonna post a video to you guys. Let's see it. Here you go.
And now you're alone. And you masturbate
Get
and you're
woke.
alone.
Go
You
fire.
asked me, Louise.
Oh,
I've
shit.
seen this.
You know what? Fuck Jimmy Kimmel. This is more important.
I know,
Ubisoft
right?
fires dev for threats to PewDiePie. Get the popcorn.
Go get the popcorn.
Well, I was going to follow up on this on Saturday, and likely probably the better day to do this, but I may upload this
Just as expected.
this Friday night.
Just according to
Hence,
Pikachu.
But if you've been following what's going on with PewDiePie,
Good.
Felix,
Just
the
according to plan.
mainstream media has
Because,
been
God damn it.
picking this week to clickbait and lie about the man, smear his
sorry,
character,
sorry,
calling
yeah.
him old hankety clankety guy
agree.
from Germany.
At
These
that
types of
Genesis.
lies are simply to sell ad space and generate click content. I don't believe for even 1 second that people genuinely who are
Oh,
outside
Blaz,
of this
you remember
fandom
that
give
time
two
when
rips
we were
about
reading-
what
we were
they
reading
have to say,
Borutown?
but they have to sell
And
clicks to
We did it in the
interested people.
stereotypical
And
accent.
hey, PewDiePie's going to be in the title of this video, so I guess I'm one of them.
Yeah, it was
However, I'm on PewDiePie's side, and
And I think it
I've
was
reported
Darren who
on
who did
Ubisoft developer issuing
he
a
was
veiled
like
threat,
good.
talking to
Mexican
the
accent? Oh, wait.
video game industry, telling
Oh, I think
them
I read
to
the
end
Mexican- yeah, that was me,
PewDiePie.
the
And
Mexican
I'll
accent.
link that video in the pinned comment
You know,
below.
a really shitty
Most of you
Mexican
probably watched that, at least if you're one of my subscribers. It
And
did
also
okay.
the Japanese
And
girl. I mean, this
there
whole comic
appears
was nothing
to
more than
be
a
some
straw
sort
man.
of follow-up. Now, I've been getting anonymous emails and emails from people close to the company today telling me that Ubisoft has terminated
Give me a
this
lowdown what
employee.
Jimmy Kimmel did.
I have not
Yeah, do me a
seen any
not
irrefutable
too long
evidence
version.
of
Give me a
this.
short version.
And if they did fire her
TLDR,
over this
he
tweet,
got
I
shut down
disavow.
because he
It's
made a joke
overkill.
about the
Yes, you were representing the
First
company
Lady.
because
About Melania.
let me explain something.
typical.
Oh my god. What's the
I
bad?
believe strongly. This is the same way in comics
Well,
and in
I
video
put it-
games.
well, I put it
People
into
who
the-
are
what is it?
mediocre,
Put it in the
mid-tier
words,
level
though.
employees, the
Jimmy
first day
Kimmel
they get
press
a
a full
job,
joke about
they
Ivanka
immediately
Trump.
put where
They're
they
shamed by
work
how
in their
some
Twitter
of his
bio,
audience-
in
Oh,
my
it's his
opinion,
daughter.
in an effort to get that
Yep.
coveted blue check mark by far
I
left
guess the
ideologues.
thinking is, if he's
I
good
couldn't
enough to
care
screw my
less about
daughter,
being
he's
very
good enough to screw the country, said Kimmel.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Fucking NPC, what do you expect, man?
All right.
This is the same Jimmy Kimmel who loves blackface. I'm not surprised he said that shit.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Incest jokes are so funny. Am I right?
Yeah, because incest is wincest.
Yep.
Let me skip over to this. Play this video.
Oh.
I'm gonna skip.
I'm
over
kind of
to
glad
this.
I blocked Jimmy Kimmel after he did like a parody of the Animaniacs song about the world planet, but instead it's like politics shit. I'm like, why?
I read yesterday.
Check out the
Production
Discord.
at
I
The
post a couple
Division
of
game,
pictures.
which is
Makes
at
sense.
Ubisoft's The Division, obviously, right? And
Oh dear God, it's hard to believe that.
at Ubisoft Massive.
Hard to believe
So
that was supposed to
guess
look
is
like a
this,
wholesome picture.
that she,
and it
if she
ended up
was
being
terminated,
like,
again,
something
too
to do with
far,
Fun of the Dark
probably.
Web.
But it is their company, whatever.
Yes.
What I don't,
Who the fuck was?
or
who
what
the
I think
fuck
really
was
happened
the,
is someone came in and said,
photographer?
"Look,
Jared
you need
I
to
mean-
put your Twitter on private, and you need to remove our name from it." That's what I think.
No,
and they
what was the
probably
name of
also
this,
told her to then
Duggart? Yeah, several
put
years
thoughts
ago.
and opinions
turned
on
out
my
he,
own.
uh,
There's
molested
no
several of his
escaping.
sisters.
The internet never
Yeah, that guy was a
forgets.
photographer.
And we have, obviously, that you are saying you work on The Division and
Let's
you
see
work
what
at
else.
Ubisoft Massive. Now, I want to share with you what one insider told
Well,
me. I don't
Jimmy
even want to
Kimmel
share
please
this
stop telling
screenshot in
people
case
to
there's
do that
some
children and
crazy
little parents, please
hacker,
stop using
whatever,
research as
internet
kids.
autist that figures out who this is.
I'm
But
surprised people
I verified
haven't
that this
stopped
person
watching
does
this
work at
bastard
Ubisoft.
yet.
And this is what they had to say when I was trying to confirm whether or not
He only
this
been
person
alive
was
because of
terminated.
Donald Trump. Once Donald Trump leaves
I
office,
hope that you know that most of
probably
us
reign
here at
survive.
Massive are sane, and she does not represent the company.
They talk positive, the race will
Diana
die.
is one of
they
the
talk negative, the race
unfortunately
will rise.
large handful of loudmouth leftists
So
hired
either way,
Oh.
merely for this
Yeah.
reason, to promote leftist
oh, that
ideology
fucking
and
show.
force it on
Holy
the
shit.
community.
19
Writing
kids
privately,
and
of course, due to
counting.
not wanting to lose my job in the case
I know.
somebody's
Damn.
every reality show gets canceled over pedophilia. That's hilarious. You know how to cancel the show? Find out if someone's a pedophile.
19 kids and counting.
That's actually the best way to cancel a reality show, because let's be honest, most of them are shit.
Well, I
The
wouldn't
only-
say we cancel the Kardashians next, but there hasn't been pedophilia of that shit yet, so we have to wait.
Okay.
You know
that's
what?
long.
If there is I think the only good reality show was actually Joined Together, and that wasn't even a reality show.
It just
I know,
made
right?
fun of reality.
The only good reality show is a dead reality show.
What about Hell's Kitchen? That's a good show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was okay.
Yeah. They also make kitchens nightmares.
Massive is a great
Oh,
studio
Kitchen
with
Nightmares was
unfortunate
shit.
poop
Whoa,
stains
whoa,
like
whoa,
her
whoa.
that serve
Surprisingly
no
enough, there's
purpose
a
for the
restaurant where I
actual
live
game
that's literally called
development.
Hell's Kitchen. Hope you don't get sued.
Sincerely embarrassed employee. And that's
Oh,
one
yeah,
thing
and
that
they also
I
have
wanted
like
to
a
talk
stripper
about
pole
too.
there, so
I
the
talked
strippers are
about
being
this
there.
in
Of course.
yesterday's video on this. And
Everyone
Oh,
has to sin sometimes.
shootings?
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
What a plot twist.
That's
Yeah.
insane, dude.
Oh yeah. Speaking of which, did you hear about Walmart?
Oh, you mean those battle buses that they be putting on? I saw one of those in the flesh. Sorry, JT. What were you gonna say?
Yeah, they actually the PC parts.
JT.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I had a
Wake up.
tacos. Sorry,
sleeping.
tacos. Sorry.
You were saying regarding Walmart.
Yeah. The
let
whole
me guess.
PC fiasco.
Oh, this I guess. What happened? I thought you were gonna mention though that part about the putting Fortnite battle bosses near the game style, because I saw one of those things in the flesh.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Literally, I cut out cardboard bots of the Fortnite battle boss with a bunch of cancer-reducing shit like T-shirts, Funko Pop figures, because why the fuck not?
Oh God.
And Loot Llamas plushies.
You know what? I got an idea for a Fortnite battle. It'll be on a melting volcano. On an island on an explosive volcano. And those who get hit by like lava or whatever have to avoid all the little like bombardments from lava spit and everything in that whole entire game. One person has to survive, no matter what. Because it seems that they need to amp up the challenges and everything in that game.
I know, right?
That game is fucking cancerous enough as it is.
I know.
I
But,
mean,
you know, I don't blame people playing that game. It's competitive to its nature. But, you know, I can understand that the community itself really likes it because it's something to do. And it's just that the fact that people are in love with the game, but originally the game was meant to be a survivor, zombie survival fort thing. Like Fortnite was meant, because I remember originally they designed it as like a zombie survival game. Basically, you build a fort and you have these zombies and you defend it from the zombies. That was the point of the game. And then they decided to copy what Pug did, and it became a battle royale.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of making it into a zombie, you know, sort of game, because originally when it was tested out, because I remember watching the videos and everything, it was originally made to be a zombie survival game where you basically build parts that you find on the ground or kill things, and you basically try to build it to survive. Instead, they decided to go with Battle Royale mode, and Battle Royale mode became their biggest success.
Sorry.
To compete against Player Unknown Underground.
Battlegrounds.
Yeah, Battlegrounds. And it sort of hit it off, from what I remembered.
Yep.
You know,
Not surprised, since the punchy shit was like big online, and then Fortnite made it even more popular. So Battle Royale has become a thing.
Yeah, and it practically beat out on Twitch the most played user base. Like, let me see if I could find it.
You know what's messed up? The fact that
League of Legends, it just beat out League of Legends.
You know what the most messed up? You know what the most messed up part is? The fact that I had to see grown ass kids crying because they can't get their Fortnite fits. My nephew is like that. He's a fucking Fortnite addict, and it goes to the point where all he does whenever he gets shot, he curses, he starts with the controller. I know it's normal. I know we've all done it, but not at this fucking level.
Like he throws it on the TV and breaks it.
I really hope it doesn't come to that, because otherwise I will not be responsible for my actions if that happens.
Yeah, and the fact that this game became successful, it beat out, and you can see right here, the top most streamed game right now is Fortnite. It just beat out League of Legends.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the sad part about it, is that no one realizes this. It just beat out League of Legends, which became the top streamed game for how many years?
When did League of Legends come out? Like,
I think 2005.
Holy crap! That's
Let me check. Let's look it up.
15, 16, 17, 18 years, if that's the case. Wait, I think League of Legends came out around 2008.
Yeah, let's look at it. 2000 initial release date came out in 2009.
I was close.
Yeah, 8 years.
So by next year, it's gonna be turning 10.
Yep.
All right.
Yep, it's gonna start to turn 10, which is that old.
You know, but here's the thing: every time I tell him that he should play something else besides fucking Fortnite, he's like, "Oh, you're just a hater." I mean, I'm not surprised. The little kid is 11. I mean, I was watching yesterday's Nurgle video about it, and I actually relate to Nurgle regarding having to deal with a little shit who basically is obsessed about Fortnite.
Yeah, because it's kind of like Call of Duty, but 3 times worse. Because I used to have that behavior too, and I knocked it off after a while because I realized, you know what, it's just a game, and you got to get good at the game.
Dude, we had to pick him up from his house so he could have his Fortnite fit. Around last Saturday, he was crying. He was telling his dad and his mom to go fuck themselves.
Wow.
Yeah, and
damn kids getting addicted to Fortnite. Oh, my day, kids were getting addicted to Speed and Smack.
Yeah, I think the problem is, like most people, it's a very competitive scene, and plus, you know, if the kid tries to behave like that, you should really cut him off from it and tell him, look, you're behaving really bad. You're talking badly to me and your family. That's not right. I'm cutting you off from this, and this is the truth. If the kid acts like that, cut him off. Tell him no.
It reminds me of this infamous video. Remember this viral video from a while back? The greatest World of Warcraft freakout. You know, the guy who showed the remote control up his ass when he was killed in World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
I remember it was staged.
Yeah, it was staged.
But it was staged, but there was other videos that did that afterwards.
Oh, and what about? I forgot.
I think I got an idea. Cool. I think I got an idea. You tell your nephew, then record it, then upload it, and then put it up there for embarrassment.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god!
Yes. Yeah, just to show him how bad he is, and just to show the world how bad when you cut your kid off of Fortnite. But you also have to put the Spanish translations of it so that people can get the idea what the heck the kid is saying. Yeah, you can imagine your nephew going like, "Oh my god, they come out Fortnite!"
No, I mean the little shit starts stomping on the floor.
Yeah, just show it. Just show that this kid is behaving badly because he's not gonna play Fortnite. Just show it to him. You see how you're acting. You see what you're doing to yourself, kid. This is not the type of behavior. You just got to show it to him.
You know what's
tell him the
insane?
honest truth.
You know what's insane? His mom was saying, "I'm gonna put you in a mental hospital." Like
No.
she asked.
No, you don't
Yeah.
do that. You just show the video of him acting like that, and see how many people react to that.
I mean, here's the thing. I had to go there and to her face tell her, "Yeah, keep listening to that bitch of your mother. Keep listening to her, because telling your kid that you're gonna send him to a mental hospital isn't gonna make things any better."
It's not gonna make it any better. You just have to show him what you're doing is wrong. You got to show it to him. The only way to do it is to show show the video. Show the video of him acting up. And show it to him. You see what you're doing?
Yeah, because and this is what I recall watching that Korean. I think it was either Korean or someone else. Apparently, it was for it was for Nurgle when he said that some parents went as far as to send their kids to Fortnite rehab.
Yeah.
Actual rehab. I know it's a game and all Epic Games, but let me tell you something. You're better than this. You guys made Unreal Tournament. You guys made the Unreal Engine. Which, frankly, despite having 16 gigs of RAM, always ends up crashing my fucking computer sometimes.
That's true.
Unless I dial down the graphics card. I mean, in my case, I gotta dial it down to like 400 to 500 megahertz.
I think it's you should probably check out if the thermal grease needs replacing, because I've read about this card. It needs to. A lot of people had problems with it overheating because they used a really bad thermal grease and it deteriorated with time, so it needs replacing.
Labs, I'm gonna be honest with you. I tried opening it, but I had to reassemble it because one part didn't budge.
Well, if the was it the heatsink didn't detach from the chip itself?
Basically, I tried to open the plastic cover, but it wasn't budging out, and then I didn't know if it even had any screws. I mean,
well, the fans. Well, again, it's not something for this stream. Well, maybe after the stream I'll talk about that. Yeah, that's disassembling it shouldn't be that tricky. I think that the reason it crashes is because the card is overheating, and it's, by the way, it needs to be addressed, because if this problem persists, this card might because of be getting overheated. The BGA, those balls that connect the chip to the PCB, the connection might get severed, and the card will just misbehave.
Well, I did hear about Bear Grease, whatever it's called. There's a product called Bear Grease. It's for PC though. I forget. I don't know if it's like, but I understand that Gamers Nexus recommends it.
Well, there are a lot of brands of decent thermal grease, but even if you use cheap stuff, but replace the old one, because old ones sometimes becomes crusty, and instead of a paste becomes solid, and it doesn't conduct heat nearly as well as it should. If you even replace it with some really cheap one, it's still better than leave the old one that doesn't do anything in place. So yeah, that's something that should be looked into.
Yeah, I'll hit you up. I'll hit you up later after the stream.
Yeah.
So, anyways, JT. I have to say that watching Nurgle's rant about Fortnite, that Nurgle, if you're watching this, I had to say that I relate to you, because I have a nephew who's like really addicted to Fortnite to the point where, I mean, I don't mind him coming here. I mean, he can come here anytime he wants. But to only play get stuck on the computer like 7 or 8 hours in one occasion, playing Fortnite Battle Royale, that's wow. When I was his age, I mean, the kid has to go outside as well. I mean.
I know he probably needs to play basketball or something.
Yeah, he does. He actually plays basketball and baseball on the weekends. Well, basketball on the weekdays, and on the weekends he plays baseball.
Yeah. Did you hear about the RX series having problems?
Oh, what?
The RTX series, Ti.
What's going on with Phil saying, dude?
Well, there was a lot of people complaining about the fact that the moment they bought the graphics card from GTX, you know, the RTX series of graphics cards from NVIDIA, it turns out it crashed a lot. And a lot of people were asking NVIDIA what's the problem with this RTX card. Because some people encounter crashes on their RTX card or have that artifact stuff that happens when it crashes. Like, no joke, there were some people showing examples of this on YouTube, and this is the newest card that they brought out, this RTX. And it seems that there's been a lot of issues with RTX, and they released these RTX cards. Not it's happening to the Ti series, not the RTX cards that are like that doesn't have the Ti thing on the middle. It just happens in the Ti series of cards that they have. Because the new cards that they added in, it basically ray tracing. I found out basically just all it does is reflect a lot of the images, like water effects and everything, like a mirror. Like it tries to go with like the realistic view of reality to reflect the ground and everything, especially fire, lighting and everything, giving it lighting effects, better lighting effects to make it look good.
Yeah, this technology is, well, it has some interesting applications even outside of. Well, there was a really good video about this on. What's the channel name? Oh, fuck. I'm really having brain farts today. Fuck, what is Digital Foundry? Yeah, they made a pretty good video explaining what it is.
Yeah,
but it's
and RTX is okay. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I think the problem is that there's also performance issues. From what I understand about this is that trying to put it into high definition, they still have that issue. It's a new generation of cards that are trying to compete to make it run on high definition in perfect form, like the perfect 30 frames or the perfect 60 frames. But sometimes, you know, you see that 70 frames. And there are some cards that can perform really well, the new RTX, but when you have it like some cards can run normally, like it without ray tracing, but when it comes with ray tracing, it just performs like 40, like you see the average of 40 frames per second.
Yeah, this technology is still not ready for production, is to say it.
Yeah, it's still in the testing phases.
Like they had this really impressive demo showing off ray tracing in real time. The problem is that it had like 4 cards working at the same time, and this extremely expensive and extremely power hungry setup, and yet it could only give like 40 FPS and no more, because it's so it's really not ready yet.
Yeah, it's not ready to the point that they want to sell this in the market just to see how it can work out. But at the same time, you know, I think the problem with NVIDIA, they want to compete against whenever whatchamacallit, AMD tries to pull something, like for example, they released the Vega cards, and they were trying to compete against the 1080 to 1070 cards. And that's all they could do, is perform only up to the 1070 or the 1060. That's how far they can go. But it's like whenever they try to bring out like the Vega cards, it seems NVIDIA has to get a little bit more, creative and try to pull off a better way to make it happen so they can sell more expensive cards. What do you think?
Well, first of all, whenever someone during a presentation of new technology uses the phrase "it just works," that it doesn't work. It's a huge red flag. Whether it's Todd the God Howard or what's the name of this guy who made the lead developer of No Man's Sky? What's his name?
Let me look him up.
Yeah, well, the thing is that not only he used this "it just works," he parroted Todd Howard almost verbatim. This is a really, really bad sign. But yeah, during the presentation of this new card, NVIDIA...
Designer Gareth Boren.
Oh, the bearded guy from No Man's Sky. I guess CEO of Hello Games.
Shane Murray.
Yeah, Sean Murray. That guy. He pretty much parroted Todd Howard. Said that it just works and other things like.
Yeah, he's the founder and creator of Joe Danger, and he was also the creator of Joe Danger, which was another fun.
Yeah, but the reason I bring him up is that during their presentation about these new cards, NVIDIA, those personnel that whoever did this presentation, don't remember the name. He said that phrase "it just works" like 5 or 6 times at least, and it should be a really, really huge red flag.
Yeah, and it turned out to be a disaster for that game. I really never. I thought No Man's Sky was going to be interesting, but after a while, it started to come. It started to come full circle. A lot of people were upset about the game, and I kind of felt bad for the developer team because they kind of lacked a lot of things in the game. There was a lot of things that was lacking. Like, for example, does it have anything interesting to contribute? Does it have any like can you mod this? Can you do this to the game? Nope.
No, there's a lot of stuff that were. First of all, they said that Sean Murray himself during the E3 presentation said that he was going to go to a random planet to show in real time what it looks like, and these were actually pre-recorded videos. Because things that were shown during that presentation, those weren't in the game.
Yeah.
So it's obviously like a bullshit presentation, and the fact that he lied so much. Yeah.
Yeah, he lied so much. It was poor marketing. To the point that, you could do this in the game. You could do that in the game. Oh, you can build this in the game. You can even... And it was like, okay. It was basically a space exploration game with a little bit of danger and a little bit of stuff that you could do. It was sort of shameful that he kind of said, you could have multiplayer in this game. Didn't happen. It just felt so bad. It was like, I was lucky I didn't buy this game because I heard so much crap about it, especially the bugs. There were bugs in this game. It's a shame that Shane Murray didn't want to address the issue, but it was sort of a shame that this happened. It was a big marketing failure because he claimed that this had everything in it, but it didn't have it, and that turned the game into, even though they're still developing the game, and they're trying to change it around, saying, "Hey, we're gonna put this in the game. We're gonna put this in the game." It sort of started to change. It started to develop. It started to do okay. And luckily, they changed a few things about the game. So, what do you think?
Well, if they release this game in the state that it's now, it would be actually a big hit, but like too little, too late. This is really a troubling trend with game development when they are selling your game that's half-baked, pretty much, and in hopes to get all the necessary updates that will add features that are missing later down the line, hopefully.
Yeah.
Imagine if other things were sold like this. You buy a car, then it doesn't have like back seats. The trunk doesn't open, and the rear view mirrors aren't installed. Well, don't worry. In a couple of months, we'll send you a mechanic to install those missing features for free. Yeah, no thanks. I prefer to buy a product that's actually complete and doesn't. It's not like some really optional features or like DLCs. Those are features that were promised as a part of the core gameplay, and they're nowhere to be found. Okay, maybe someday they will be added, hopefully, but no guarantees.
Yeah.
Again, you already paid for it, so they might as well just ignore this and just don't do it anymore.
Yeah, and that was the problem with it. Sony lost a lot of money to that thing because they were hoping that this game would do okay. And after that, it sort of hurt Sony in a way, because it sort of hurt their reputation, because they were hoping that this game would become really big, because they premiered this one, I believed.
Well, I mean, they showcased, like, they advertised some really bad games on their official channel, like, for example, Life of Black Tiger. Remember this one?
Oh yeah.
It was promoted on like official PlayStation YouTube channel. Why would you even promote this like shovelware? This game is like a really low effort mobile port, and even as a mobile title, it was bad, like really bad.
Oh, dude, you remember that infamous photo op they did? I know, and most of them were doing the soy boy.
Yeah.
That image got burned in the back of my mind as one of the most cursed images I've ever seen.
Speaking of cursed images, I posted one in the Discord. It's screenshot from this Life of Black Tiger game.
Yeah. Oh. Let's see. Let me look at it.
Mi cara está cansada.
My face is tired.
Well, I added the text because I made this meme during the whole Mass Effect Andromeda debacle, and yes, I know it's been like a year since the game came out, but it's still funny.
Yeah, the one thing that kind of disappointed me about that is that it brought back, after that game became such a terrible game, because I thought it was going to be okay, and then after looking at that game, I was just like, man, this is boring. This is crap. Whoever decided to put, because they took out all the people who originally developed this game, and this is what I heard. They fired all the old programmers who made that game. Because they also tried to use a new...
left. From what I've heard, a lot of them left on their own accord because the company was going to shit.
Yeah, because they realized the company was going to shit. And there was also the fact that, to my understanding, they hired new people to use the Frostbite engine. That knew how to use the Frostbite engine, I believe.
Well, there's a lot of things about that. They migrated from it. They used to, like, previous Mass Effect games were all based on Unreal Engine.
Yeah.
And then they decided to switch to Frostbite.
Yeah,
and it was like midway during development, which meant that a lot of stuff had to be done in new, which is a lot of effort wasted.
I know.
And they couldn't make.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, they couldn't. You could see. Well, again, I haven't played Mass Effect Andromeda. Well, maybe I just for shits and giggles try it because it's funny. But I saw those gameplay footage that was a couple days before official release. Some reviewers got a copy for review and they uploaded gameplay footage, and I saw that their lighting was really fucked because if you on YouTube you can play frame by frame. And by the way, if you don't know, there's like comma and dot are the previous frame and next frame. So, and you can see that sometimes the lighting just behaved weirdly. For example, when you talk to someone and open like a trading window, when you close a trading window and you skip like frame by frame, some lights they not all like the scene gets rendered anew after that, but some lights like flicker in and out, and some lights are rendered way later than others. So the lighting changes like 5 or 6 times before it's settles down. And hi, something was really wrong there.
There was also the fact that I remembered playing the game when you're in the vehicle. It was so bad, especially on Xbox. And I'm going to be honest with you, I played it on the Xbox One. I encountered so many bad frame rate issues with that game, especially crashes. And what I encountered was when you're in the vehicle, there was like frame rate drops. Like it freezes up and then you move forward. And
that's because during those segments there were like hidden loading zones.
Yeah.
When you're driving through the mountains and at some point it just stalls for a couple seconds, that's when it's supposed to like quote unquote seamlessly load next zone, but it wasn't obviously seamless.
Yeah, and they don't even have the load up thing. Like you remember the old version had the load up thing where whenever you go to the next area, it loads up the thing.
Well, in the first Mass Effect, the most loading zones were Masquerade. That's why elevators were so painfully slow.
I know, and it was sort of, but in this game, for Mass Effect Andromeda, they screwed it up badly.
Oh yeah. But by the way, why the fuck did they remove all the weapons from the car? At least in the first Mass Effect, like original trilogy, you had 2 weapons on the Mako.
Yeah.
But
you had the cannon and the machine gun. That was it.
Yeah. But on the new one, you don't even get that. I mean, Mako is already like, a lot of people didn't like those segments to begin with, but at least you could do something. But then like, in Andromeda, you just drive and you have to exit the vehicle to just attack enemies. Like, why? It's supposed to be an upgrade, not downgrade.
I know, and it's like I really did like Mass Effect series, but when the storyline basically reminded me too much like when they tried to go into the series, I realized they borrowed stuff from The Lensman, which was like a storyline that it's a science fiction book from the old, like in the 1930s, that basically The Lensman is basically if you watch the anime of it, it's basically about a guy who gets a lens on his hand and he has to fight aliens coming after him because he's the protector, and he's like he was considered like the lawman of space. He was like the space sheriff. That was pretty much what they were trying to do with that.
Green Lantern of sorts or something.
Something like that, yeah. Because I used to watch the Lensman anime movie, and it was basically about, and they usually transfer it over to another person whenever they die. And what happened was, in this one, you saw that the kid gets, you as the character get killed, and your father saves you by transferring the power to you. And you take responsibility of the power that basically allows you to get like certain skills and certain abilities and it was basically you weren't allowed to have those abilities because you weren't born with them, you weren't trained with them, and it's sort of like you couldn't do that because it wasn't allowed in the Mass Effect universe. But
yeah, also it shows that nepotism is alive and well in the future.
yeah, it was basically he was the Star Sheriff. He was basically the sheriff of the galaxy, of the Andromedan galaxy, and he basically tries to have this power that he kept a secret, which he wasn't allowed to have, but he took it with him because the whatchamacallit took over the planet. The Reapers, basically they were basically space immigrants that came from another galaxy, which was Earth, and went to the Andromedan galaxy just to get away from the Reapers.
Well, it wasn't actually said that they were. Apparently, nobody in the Andromeda Initiative knew about the Reapers, and that's kind of again they should have told anything, because without knowledge of the Reapers, there is no need to go to another galaxy.
Because they could have explained to them. They could have explained to them, look, this was for the sake of survival for a whole bunch of races, and it was sort of an interesting tale because they were trying to establish because it was kind of like a space. It was like a space western. That's what they were trying to establish as for Mass Effect Andromeda. And the problem with that series was, I get that they were trying to do that, but the problem was, a lot of people kind of liked the old Mass Effect because it was more of a space sort of opera type of deal mixed with space western type of stuff as well.
Well, not only that, a lot of people didn't like it because they broke a lot of old established lore. I mean, you'd think that after Mass Effect 3, there's nothing to break, that they already broke all the lore, but apparently they managed to break even more. Everything. It just doesn't mesh. In the original trilogy, to travel between distant points, you need mass relays. You only can travel relatively short distances on your own, FTL power. But then they managed to travel at ludicrous speed to another galaxy, 2.5 million light years away, without any mass relays. How? And if that technology is available, then why isn't it? Because Andromeda started between 2 and 3.
To my understanding, they were in suspension animation. From what I understand, they were in ice.
Yeah, but still, the fact that they could travel without a mass relay that far. Why this technology isn't used in Mass Effect 3? Because Andromeda Initiative started between Mass Effect 2 and 3. So this technology should have been available to others. Why is this? They just plucked this out of their ass to fit the plot.
There is a lot of plot holes that we don't understand. Especially you have to go through the whole hidden Mass Effect lore just to cut through it. And it's weird.
Oh, hello?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Oh yeah, there was a sound glitch. Yeah, the thing is that they broke a lot of a lot of lore was broken. That FTL was that they broke it. Also, if they wanted to expand into another galaxy, why did they bring Krogans? Krogans are still suffering from the genophage. Their birth rate is so low that they barely can sustain their population. Why did they bring them along?
They did.
And why did they even bring that? Remember this quote-unquote controversy where there was a transgender person? Yeah, why would you bring someone who is incapable of reproduction to this colonization effort?
I think it's because they wanted they wanted someone because they were trying to promote diversity. And this is the thing that they've been trying to do since the game community had been really upheaval to the whole issue with Gamergate and everything. The problem was, and I can understand it, they were trying to create a job market for these people. And after listening to a lot of people, there is a problem with the gaming industry. The problem is, you know, women can't get into the gaming industry because of sexism, and this is their claim. But the problem is, you know, the job market sucks for being in the gaming industry. Let's be honest here. If anything, you know, some women could be good at office stuff, like they could be business management and everything, but when it comes to the issues of the job market for programming and all this other stuff, and they want to make it easier for people for the sake of diversity, the job market, you know, there's no jobs for them for programming. There's no jobs for them for, you know, all this stuff. And I think they're trying to, you know, market this idea. But the problem is marketing it isn't going to do anything. You have to realize they have to really work at it themselves in order to gain the knowledge, gain the skill, in order to make it happen, to have people like them, to prove themselves that they can do it, that they're capable of doing it. But the problem is there's also the lack of education, there's a lack of all these other issues, and they want to, you know, push this agenda that we need these people in there. And it's like, no. They need to learn. They have to learn for themselves, or they're going to make mistakes like everyone else who made mistakes in the industry, who made terrible business decisions in the industry, who made like terrible programs, who made terrible games. They have to learn, or they will suffer the same fate as all the other developers who make these terrible games. To do better, to learn. Otherwise, they will fail. And that's the problem.
That's the thing. I mean, it's not. I'm not saying that they shouldn't have, you know, transgender characters in the game, but in that particular game, this made no sense, and it went against the plot, because the plot will you are colonizing in a different place, so
different universe.
You have to take. You know, especially if you need to rely on natural reproduction, because they didn't say that they had the technology to effortlessly clone people or something. So they have to. Everyone has to be like young and capable of reproduction.
They were trying to do this for the sake of, you know, diversity and all that other stuff. And it's like, oh, we're putting this transgender character to make it more interesting, so that we can have diversity and everything, so that people don't feel like the LGBTQ community don't feel bad. And it's like, I get that, but at the same time, why is she in there?
Yeah, there's also, well, there's a lot of this huge can of worms. Why would people just throw away everything they had and move to some other galaxy without any any?
Yeah, because I noticed her character tried to be a leader, but at the same time, you know, she was pretty terrible character. Like, she just basically said, "My face is tired." It's like, what the fuck?
Edison isn't the transgender character.
Yeah, because that was her. She actually said that she was she used to be known as somebody else, and then
no, it wasn't Edison. That's a different character. Yeah. Edison, her face was tired. I guess that, well, my headcanon is that you know, when your face might be tired when you snort too much amphetamine and well, have bruxism, and your face muscles become, you know, tired and exhausted. So yeah, that's why their faces are tired.
Yeah, it tells you that she's been taking too many drugs.
That explains so much.
I would be surprised yet most of the characters look like they're on something.
Yeah, because
Liam was obviously, you know, high, like 420 all day, every day. You just look at him.
Yeah, because they were looking. It looks like they were looking to find an excuse to basically say, "Oh yeah, by the way, we're My face is tired. I've been taking so many drugs just to stay up because of all the in-house fighting and all the stuff that's been happening. They should have been honest with that whole thing, just to make the story more interesting, and then try to stop a transgender woman from taking so many drugs, or she'll probably die from it.
Ribbit, hello.
Yeah.
Yo.
I returned. I didn't die yet.
Hit or miss.
I never really miss, huh?
Ah,
Got it.
see it.
By the way, check Discord.
Yeah.
I'm looking. My face is tired. Of course, Wolfie, very tired.
Oh yeah.
Black Tiger. The Life of Black Tiger. Let's see what this is about.
Yeah.
Oh, Life of Black Tiger. Yes, it's one of the worst game ever promoted by Sony on their official channel.
Oh
It's like-
dear.
let me see.
Oh my god.
I hope it's not like. Let me look.
Yeah, it's an official PlayStation channel, like, with verified badge and all.
Oh my
But
god.
just look at this game.
Alright.
Wow. What the fuck? They're gonna
See,
censor our
it's official
titties, but this game's okay? Oh my god.
Yeah, this is it's a mobile game ported to PS4 and I think PC
Oh, it's
as
a
well.
furry game.
Jesus Christ. Will this game have boobies?
No.
No,
Damn it,
it's,
Sony.
it's I've seen Unity asset flips
Yeah,
better
I
than
can
this.
imagine. I can imagine.
It looks
people
so
like,
bad.
oh, he's mating with a tiger.
There's a plot, but the problem is that this game is so bad that it just
Yeah, the
This
graphics,
might as well not
the
have a plot.
graphics look like they came from Tomb Raider.
This looks like something from the PlayStation 2 era. Holy shit.
Yeah.
well, it used to be a mobile game ported to. For some reason, they ported it to PlayStation 4 and the PC, and maybe some other platforms. But look, why? And if you're going to port it to platforms that support better graphics, might as well improve it. I
Yeah.
don't think they actually improved it because I can't believe that it was even worse than this. Look at this
Yeah,
shit.
and even Digital Foundry said it was the worst game ever.
Oh dear god, the dislikes. Damn, 61,000 dislikes.
I'm
Wait.
cringing.
Let me
Okay.
see what else
Fair.
they had here. Let me look. I noticed that they've been trying to promote Spider-Man a lot at certain events. Like I remember going to. I don't know why people would. I don't know why Sony PlayStation was like so hardcore on promoting Spider-Man.
Well, I know Spider-Man, but is Sony so desperate for sales that was gonna fail?
Yeah.
Oh god.
Reddit bans Lolicon Unite subreddit for containing sexual suggested content of minors. Oh wow, a Lolicon board dedicated to animated lollies. I didn't know Reddit banned that shit. Cringe.
Override Mecha City Brawl.
Antifa's alright on Reddit, but if you have lollies, you get banned.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Spyro Crash Remastered Game Bundle. Super Space Ninja Animation. Oh, they're adding the Warframe skins. Okay. Battlefield 5, the most cringiest game ever made.
Battlefield V for vagina.
Yep. B for vagina. Fallout 76 became the worst game ever made. Hitman 2. Red Dead Redemption. It's okay. I heard it was an okay game. Surrender. Let me see. Prison Boss VR. Boxing
14.
Apocalypse.
God, I can't wait for the 20th to arrive. It's the winter sale at Steam.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it too.
Fucking hell, man.
Let me see. What other... Let me go. Let me see what's going on. Social Blade is streaming right now.
Then I think about it. We're going in. What's the name of this? Oh my.
Let's see here.
CBS grants $20 million to 18 women's prize.
Oh,
The hell is this?
Blockbuster returned? Let me see. Let me see if Blockbuster returned in 2019. Haven't seen him in a long while.
Okay, let's see here. It's all night, so.
Phil Spencer discusses what Xbox is all about. Let me see. Let me see. PewDiePie versus T-Series sub count.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Do we have the monkey again?
Well, it seems that PewDiePie has been subscribed 76 times, but guess what YouTube is trying to do?
What?
Trying to verify all accounts are legit.
Oops. May as well do it on T-Series, just saying.
Yeah.
Or YouTube.
Or YouTube.
Um,
So it would look like, it looks like, because right now YouTube are trying to legitimately try to see who has legit accounts. So PewDiePie right now is up to 76 million, and T-Series is at 75. So
Barely by 1 million subscribers.
yeah,
Holy shit! YouTube just terminated my new account. I lost everything.
yeah.
Damn!
They've been trying to verify accounts.
Yeah, but they've been going after Monkey Jones again. Holy
Yeah,
shit!
they did.
And YouTube's stupid.
No, YouTube is, trying to level the playing field. That's what they're trying to do. Because I actually got that little thing that they sent out to YouTubers, and I actually read it out when I first started the show.
Isn't it sad that Alex Jones was telling the truth about people being censored, and now it's happening already?
Yeah,
That's
they already
wow.
deleted one of my videos that I did. I was pissed.
Instead of going after politics, they're going after our porn, and then go after random users. They insult school shooters. What a world we live in.
Yeah.
I guess the only videos we're gonna make is watching Patry.
Yeah, because this is what they said. Starting December 14th through 14th in 2008, you may notice the decrease in your subscriber count as we remove spam from your channel.
Of course.
Yeah.
It's funny that YouTube have not removed my channel yet over the subscribers I have. Half of them not being spam bots, but who cares?
Yeah.
It's
I
YouTube.
noticed a decrease in my subscribers a while back when they terminated my channel. Yeah, that was really noticeable.
Yeah.
Thanks, YouTube.
Yeah, because they said right here, purchasing subscribers from third-party websites.
I think we found the snitch.
Yeah, there's also
Super
sub
snitch.
for seb is not allowed. Creators who are offered such exchange risk losing subscriber numbers, receiving terms of service strike, even having their channel terminated.
Yep.
Yeah, I get a lot of people that do that. It turns out it's a big scam too. Sub per sub.
I wouldn't be surprised if T-Series get banned. Just saying.
No, I don't think T-Series will get banned. It's just, or PewDiePie in the matter. It's just the problem is that they want to legitimately see who's the because they noticed that there's a big subscriber base for PewDiePie, and they're wondering if it's legit. And
Probably.
same with Tier Series. So expect a lot of that to happen.
Probably.
Because
who's gonna win? A guy who runs a YouTube channel, or a giant corporation from India?
I think if the corporation is the owner of it, I think. Well, right now, PewDiePie has a big following, not because he's a big asshole. They're gonna try everything in their power to say PewDiePie is the devil, but like for example, Onision, he's the most hated, infamous of YouTubers, who is who makes fun of everybody, who basically got caught with a lot of shit in his hand, and still people subscribe to him. I'm surprised no one, not even Vox, they would rather pay attention to PewDiePie than Onision. Why? Because he's such a nice guy. But when you find out a lot of the dirty shit about him, they ignore it. They don't care. They basically, they keep it to themselves. They don't say shit. But Onision, he makes PewDiePie look like a saint. And the problem with that, Onision, is because he has a bad reputation on YouTube, but yet he has the most subscriber base, and it doesn't stop him. That's the biggest problem. They don't understand PewDiePie. Even if you're a journalist, this is kind of like the Onision effect. I call this the Onision effect because no matter what you say about him, no matter what you do, he's always going to be on top because you say he's a white supremacist, he's this, he's evil, he's a fucked up individual, he's a perverted asshole. No matter what you say about him, those people who are those things that you said are going to follow him. Why? Because they think it's cool and trending and funny, and they think it's gonna be great. So therefore, they'll follow him, and that is the Onision effect.
As the old saying goes,
yeah,
assholes like to stick with assholes even when they do stupid bullshit. That's why they go after the good guys, because the good guys always do stuff the bad guys don't like. So they're like, you're doing what you're not supposed to do. You're being punished, boy. We fire Disney. We fire your job. We're gonna kick you out. We have you dead.
It's kind of like Howard Stern in a way. And that's the thing. Howard Stern had said some really crazy stuff on radio, but he's still going. Even though he lost his job on NBC, he went to that other thing. I forgot what it's called though.
The internet. Ooh, baby.
It's XFM, whatever it's called. That's what it was. It's like, I don't really care about it, but I know a lot of people do get upset about it. Shit, I got a big following in Indonesia. I don't know why. I'm getting a viewership from Indonesia. What the hell am I getting from Indonesia?
Pornos.
Oh yeah, the XX parody of Ghostbusters. Oh wow, I really pissed off more people on Ghostbusters. Like, let me see. Bangladesh. Who? Oh, yeah. The XX parody of Ghostbusters. Oh, yeah. They got tricked into watching that one. Yep. The Philippines. The XX parody of Ghostbusters 2000. That was like an old show. That was like a long 8-hour show about Ghostbusters movie. And how the porn actually was better than the movie itself.
Interesting.
And
it's not hard to be better than the movie itself.
Yeah.
Yep.
the porno actually was better than itself.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Let me see the analytics of Indonesia. Okay. HOP XX Parody 2016 best movie ever. I think I already pissed off a lot of people with that one. Cuz that wasn't meant to be a clickbait, but I guess some people took it the wrong way when I was discussing the whole thing. Oh yeah, Texas. Wow, I must have really pissed off a lot of people in Texas. Yeah, because I'm looking at the analytics of it. Even though it's not good data, because the only impressions I get... Let me see what I can do here, because I wonder if the data can show me what... Let's see. Let me see. Indonesia, India. Of course. Yeah, and they also got the demographic of gender.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. It's mostly male. It's mostly male audience. Oh, women hate me so much. Yeah. Imagine. Okay, this is the average 18 to 24. 25 to 32 is like 46%. 35 to 44. Wow. That's a huge demographic right there. Let me see how the female ratio goes, because I want to see what the gender gap between the two is. Female is 100%. No.
100% female.
Yeah. You see, that's mostly 100% male right there. All of it is male. No female would watch this content because it's stupid. Yeah, this content that I make is really just stupid. It's not meant to be, because I know women would rather watch, how-to videos on how to, build a dildo out of a jackrabbit. I don't know.
What the?
Yeah. Like any content creator would love to make content for women, but the problem is, if I make content for women, it's not going to be about, if anything, like tech related, like you mostly they'll be interested in phones. That's the truth, phones. Because that's the only technology females would be interested in is cell phones. And if I try to do tech reviews on cell phones, women would watch that just to see how interesting this phone would be if you buy it, or something like a Fortnite dances. That's what women usually watch. Let me look at the report on the overview. Let me see what the subscriber base of let me see of trending. What's trending for women?
Is it their periods?
No. I want to see how this works, because this is the thing that I should probably do a social experiment on. What do women really want? To attract them into watching your content. How do you do that? What videos would they be interested in watching?
Titties.
Maybe titties. I guess it could work, but it has to be something other than titties, like maybe ass. I don't know, but let's see.
Maybe shirtless men, so the women can watch them.
Yeah, that could probably work too.
Yeah.
Let's look at what's trending right now.
And they have to be muscular too and hairless.
Okay, that's fair. Let's see what's trending on YouTube right now, and see what. Okay, music is another thing that's trending. Fortnite addiction is trending. Let's see. Makeup Molly decided to make a video about Too Faced Pretty Rich collection review tutorial. My God. Okay. Cardi B carpool karaoke. That's trending. Try not to eat. Molly Cyrus.
So basically, what's trending is some stupid, retarded bullshit for normies.
Yeah. Undisputed.
Stuff that, videos that will make your IQ drop by several points after watching them.
Yeah, and Taylor Swift. Really?
I made a giant 30-pound burger.
Okay. Someone
why
made
is this trending?
Someone made a video called "In Defense of Rewind."
Oh, it's Casey Neistat, the guy who was in the video. Of course, he's defending it.
Yeah. So I'm gonna tell you right now, Casey, the reason why it sucked, and I'm telling you this, is because I said it so many times. Get it through your thick skull. BetterHelp advertising was the problem. You guys advertised it BetterHelp, therefore tried to convince people into buying into the hype that they suffer from depression, which none of them really had depression. They were all just moping around, masturbating to anime, and not realizing that they've been saddened by the fact that their lives have no meaningful things to do. And yet you want to brag about, oh, I talked to this person online who was a professional, and turns out that professional was really bad. And that professional was really, really horrible. And therefore...
Professional masturbated to anime.
Yeah, to anime, yeah. And of course, I don't know why... no one hated K-pop. No one's trying to, disrespect the K-pop fans, but a lot of people were kind of upset about the fact that BT was not there in the video. That's why it got disliked into hell, and also the fact that people were upset about the fact that Fortnite dances were the thing. And yet you guys had to bring in Bongo Cat. Are you fucking kidding me? Bongo Cat. No one gave a shit about Bongo Cat, but yet it became the most cute meme ever, but second to Uganda Knuckles. Uganda Knuckles.
Don't forget what overshadowed that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. Uganda Knuckles actually became the biggest meme, too.
Yeesh.
It actually had more memes than ever.
Technically, that's a Sega IP, so
yeah, it's a Sega IP, but it was used on VR chat. It became the most popular meme ever. With
yeah.
Can you show me the way? And like that kind of got a lot of people. Because I actually made a video on that. It was cringy, but it was fun to do. Ryan Reynolds has his own YouTube channel. Oh shit. Let's see. Blind date tending Jubilee. 10 versus 1. Speed dating girls without seeing them. Let's see. Russ, missing you crazy. Let's see here. Ruins everything. Let's see, what else do they have? Will Smith grunt. Jack Films. I don't mind Jack. Ellen Show. Poopy. Hi. Oh. Hi. I'm Poppy. Oh, that girl, Poppy.
Mm-hmm.
She's trending.
Yep.
That's
No idea who that
I
is.
wonder if Alex Jones is trending.
I wish Alex Jones was trending. Then it wouldn't be so boring.
I think he met the president of Google, the CEO, but I'm not
God.
sure if that was trending before.
No, they didn't. They didn't. Disney did it.
That they did.
Kim Possible live action movie.
Mm-hmm.
They did it. And it starts February 15, 2019.
Crazy.
Sadie Stanley and her best friend Ron Stoppable Shane Claiborne embark on their freshman journey. YouTubers react to YouTube Rewind 2018. Oh God. Okay, let's see what else. Boogie with the Hoodie. Look back at it. Official audio. Guardian Angel by XX Tech. Oh yeah. Why doesn't anyone bring up like a meme of him? XX Tech whatever his name is. Because he actually started some controversy back in 2018 and got his ass kicked. Guess my disability. Bjork lineup cut. God, no. Trevor chats with his grandma about apartheid and tours her home. MTV Crib Style Daily Show. Oh, God. Shawn Mendes lost in Japan. Live from Victoria's Secret 2018 fashion show. Can't get you off my mind. No, I can see. That was an okay song. Okay, Game of Thrones Season 8. That's the only thing that's trending on this damn thing. Ah, God, this is boring. I don't know what to give out. I don't know what topics we should discuss. Let me see it. Let me go on Reddit. Patreon alternative subscriber subscribe star disabled PayPal payouts following activist outrage. Christ Center Gaming can no longer advertise our Christmas buying guide on Facebook. Shill Media attacks Star Wars fans again. World-class bullshitters. Okay.
When I grow up, I want to make games just like this. Look at this not Spyro game. Not inspired by Spyro.
Like, oh yeah, this fits with the theme. None of the others do.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'd rather do it like Spyro 2 and 3, where it's just like the hubs are connected.
It's supposed to be a flying squirrel.
Then, like, you walk through, you know, a gateway
like no, like a cross between a flying squirrel, a newt, and salamander.
I don't want to limit it to Spyro 1, they had some stages that looked identical.
Keep this in mind, this was originally a Spyro fan game before Activision canceled it.
Also, I think it'd be really boring visually to do that, because you already have the home world that looks that way, and then you
reused assets for 5 different
worlds.
You can tell by the graphics.
It makes it kind of hard to tell different stages apart from each other.
It would be very Spyro 1-like, which
at that point you wouldn't need. At that point, you wouldn't need to have portals.
Interesting.
You just have like.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
It's all
the
one
hub
physical
worlds
math.
are already gonna have like, you know, theme or whatever, and then the boss realm.
The next generation of video games is just going to be basically made by people who love fan games.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's basically fan games and everything else.
Yep.
And
technically,
meme games,
there already
right?
will be
Yeah.
one that matches up with each.
So that's the main focus that everybody wants to make is meme games.
Yep. Their own games based on their childhoods, but they can't technically own them.
So are you gonna have it to where
Instead of being like official AA companies or indie companies, they're just free games.
Yeah, I understand. So you don't get sued.
Thought about doing something to where
and you don't make money from it technically because it's free.
Stuff, but
yeah, that's fair.
I haven't been able to really test or implement it.
Speaking of games, I'm making my own game.
What is it called?
Oh, okay.
It doesn't have a name yet. It's in the prototype phase. I'll post a document of it right now.
Let me see here.
Sorry.
Yeah, this is live streamed right now.
Yes.
Anyways, I'll have to clock out for the day. So thanks for having me on the show.
No problem, man. Just shill your YouTube channel.
Oh, one moment. Yeah. My YouTube channel. YouTube is derping for me. Okay, let's see. Yeah, here it is.
Alright.
So cute. Blue face baby.
Yeah, Privileged Shib Lord. And he has 100. I'll subscribe to you.
I think you already subbed to my channel before, right?
Yeah, I think I did, yeah.
Good boy.
I'll subscribe to this guy, because it seems like he actually had an interesting game. Let me go ahead and subscribe to him. Yeah, that's an interesting project right there.
Mm-hmm. It really is. I know there's Reunited Trilogy, but I also want to play this game.
Yeah.
It's playing Lizard Squirrel thing.
Yeah. The guy's using a lot of
PS1 style graphics, yes.
Yeah, he's definitely using some skins from other games.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's from the PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 1 era type of graphics.
Yes. The best kind of graphics. The best thing about it, you can recreate them with modern computers, so they look like the plastics.
That's true.
Like when stuff are far away, they look kind of detailed. When you get closer, it gets even more detailed. So there's no fog effect in this one.
Anyways, thanks for carrying me on. See you next time.
You too, man.
Bye, boo boo.
Bye, everyone.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
That's Privileged Shib Lord.
Cool.
Subscribe to him.
I will. Now read my game, or at least my doc about it.
Alright, I'll release your doc about it.
Yeah.
And this is the game that you created.
About to create.
Igloo Snowman, Point Nemo on Iceberg Island. Let me see what it does. This is a phone game, right?
It's supposed to be a more PC game.
I got into trouble. My
connection
sucks. My connection sucks. Okay, so the game itself takes place on an iceberg island in the middle of nowhere in the ocean. Random man finds himself waking up to the cold and sees nothing but big, huge ocean around him as far as the eyes can see. The sun is so bright, it blinds him alongside the dry ice of the iceberg island. Then he notice an igloo where a misty ice frost blown away from the wind, and he runs into it. Deep inside was a warmer than outside, but he sees a sleeping woman in her bed. Then the story begins. Igloo Snowwoman is the name. The middle of nowhere placement believes in the place the Point Nemo. God, Bloop. Maya worships a creature. Okay, so you're trying to do the whole the whole story. It's like, God, that's weird.
Yeah.
Wake up in her. So you're making like a multiple choice game.
Yes. It's also gonna be a porn game because titties.
Oh, that's what you're trying to pull off.
Yes, but it's gonna be like a little bit of horror, a little bit of action with fighting. The male's gonna be a fighter, of course. And the chick here would be like the puzzle chick, like Legend of Zelda style, some puzzles.
Oh. So that's what you're trying to do.
Yeah. And the storyline's like, you figure out some clues by going to some places, find some stuff, and then they tell you anything about what happened in this place.
So that's the idea of the game that you're trying to create.
Mm-hmm. And it all takes place in Point Nemo, an actual real place. It's literally the ocean.
Literally the ocean. So it's just a mysterious place.
Yes. And the island's literally the size of Japan.
Okay.
Yep. But nobody sees it because it's invisible.
Okay.
Oh my god. Mm-hmm.
Let me see. What else? Assassin's Creed Odyssey game director Scott Phillips surprised that 2/3 of the players choose Axarius over Cassandra. Okay. Former Facebook employee on Twitter points out that NYT monetizes user data. The same thing with attacks. Same thing. It attacks Facebook doing its hit pieces. Let me see here. Let me see what this is about. Okay. Alright, let me see what were you expecting? Bloggers who have knowledge of publications they work for or even be educated on the matters they write about? Let's see here. Antonio, writer for The Wired, author of NYT bestseller.
Yep.
Okay, oh, I don't think matters have changed much. This is from Ghostery on NYT website. First, they mock politicians. Then they explain the HTTT like they're uncovering Watergate. Then it turns out they're using the same technology to monetize themselves. This is the clown town.
Yep. Isn't that crazy?
Yep. Trackers blocked it. Amazon, Twitter, Google. Let's see here. I think Ryan was being fictitious. Okay, so Antonio Garcia Martinez. Bestseller Chaos Monkey, formerly Facebook. Okay, so he's a Facebook employee. He's from Spain. He's American. Retargeting, however, relies on forms of online tracking that has been around for years. This is not particularly intrusive. Retargeting programs typically use the small text files called cookies that are exchanged when the web browser visits a site. Cookies are used by virtually all commercial websites for various purposes, including advertising, keeping users signed in, and customizing content. So I'm gonna write a full thread about this to get me promoted to full degree asshole in their eyes, but they won't listen to me anyhow. It really does misrepresent matters. This is why the same with the New York Times that mocks politicians for being tech ignorant, then published an op-ed. It explains how the WW and cookies work. Like, it's a scandal. It somehow blames Facebook for it. Not to mention getting Facebook incentives here precisely backwards. The piece is utterly a complete full of shit. Doesn't anyone at NYT know how advertising works? Karen, maybe you should give them a primer. Kira Swisher. Why would I do that when that is your persistent job? I'm going to write a full thread about that. Okay, so apparently the New York Times pissed off people.
Fucking AMD.
Yeah, so New York Times has no clue what Facebook is doing, because they claim that Facebook sells data to advertisers.
Wait a minute, isn't New York Times the one that had that racist Korean bitch?
Yeah.
Yep. What wonderful journalism.
Imagine my shock.
I know, right? Can we get her fired next?
No, they're not going to do it either way.
We just got blackmail her. Who has some CP? Just kidding.
No. The thing is, she's basically, she has involvement with certain groups of people. I know that.
When she slept with?
No, she didn't sleep with anybody.
Would have been the perfect Zoe Quinn thing.
I can only tell you one thing. It involves plotting to kill the Jews.
Knew it. An evil plan.
Yep. And they don't realize it. And they don't believe me. Someday they will. And that's going to hit them in the face when they find out. It's a plot to kill the Jews. Go figure.
Mm-hmm. I believe you.
And then the FBI is going to question me. How do you know? Instinct.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So I'm the next best thing after getting white people, kill the Jews.
I'm reading this tweet that Monkey Jones made.
Yeah.
Hey YouTube, I'm also the owner of a channel called T-Series, so if you're banning all my alt accounts, that's my other one.
That'd be funny if true. YouTube be like, okay, we banned T-Series. Would it be the first time YouTube ever banned Corporation? That'd be funny.
Yeah, they'll ban anybody that they think is gonna start up Cardi B. That's a parody account.
Probably.
Please ban that bitch from music too.
Why, Cardi B?
I hate Cardi B, dude. I find her annoying.
I don't know why Cardi B. Well, you have to understand, she's a stripper, but she earned her cred by being a rapper and a stripper at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't help that she likes Bernie Sanders either. So that's
Bernie, please, senpai, run my nipples, Bernie.
No. She calls him Daddy Bernie.
Oh no, even worse.
Daddy Bernie. Bernie isn't. I don't think Bernie could be. Bernie got screwed over heavily, to be honest with you.
Thanks, Hillary.
Yeah, I guess. So he's not going to run again.
Plus, he's a gazillion years old. What's he going to run as? The president of McDonald's?
Probably.
From now on, we will make all McDonald's foods free because of socialism. Socialist McDonald's.
Dude.
Socialist McDonald's. I want everyone to know that I'm here to tell you if I run Amazon, I will make everyone pay for taxes. And I mean it.
Yep.
They will pay me millions of dollars so that I can make them buy McDonald's food. So that food stamps won't be affordable. I will give them free... He'll probably do it. He'll probably do it. Free dental, free medical, and also free everything when you work at Amazon.
Also, low-ass lines.
Yes, low-ass lines. When you work at Amazon. I can imagine him being the CEO of Amazon if he buys out Amazon.
I know, right?
Yeah, because if he's a millionaire, why doesn't he just buy out some company and do that and show that he can do it? Oh, he can't. Because
I know, right?
I know, he's like a socialist Democrat. Why doesn't he just prove that his socialism works in a business model?
Busted.
Yeah.
So busted.
Can you imagine if Bernie showed up one day and he said, "We're gonna take use on a social experiment." All right. Anyone who's a goyim, stand to this loin, and anyone who's a mensch, stand on the Yoda.
Stand on Yoda. That's funny.
Stand on the other, and have you fight to the death for shekels.
Post Malone says he's dropping his new songs by the end of this month.
Why do I feel that Post Malone is about the same level as Bad Bunny when it comes to being a junkie?
I don't know.
Real talk.
When you look at him, one of his eyelids said "Stay away." Always, I breed, and there's a sword on his face. Like I think he wanted to be like this creative, artist. Is that a buttocks in his? No, that can't be. I'm looking at his like right here. Looking at his
I look like a sock and a cock every night.
Like right here. Let me see if I could get the.
I look like a prince of visualized to suck dick on
like a horse ass right there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right there. That looks like a horse's ass or something. I don't know.
Damn.
Be gone, Dot!
I don't know. It's like he keeps adding tattoos to his face, man. Like you see him trying to break the record on the most tattoos.
Oh, he's got a long way to go if he's going to get himself all that ink.
Yeah, all that ink. I can imagine him, making a song dedicated to his bitch and then put like her name on his dick. Yeah, just imagine.
I would actually be.
Yeah, have a girl blowjob it, and then have some tattoo artist, just massage it a little bit and just try to, write on it saying, "This is my girl's name on the dick," and then we call it Shaniqua or something.
Shaniqua.
Or some girl. I don't know. Just do me a favor, Post Malone. Please get your girlfriend's name on your dick or laser it off. Later on when you do that. And that would show how gangster you are. So don't worry, son. It's all good.
Captain America Chris Evans wants Deadpool Wolverine crossover.
I would love to see that happen, but that's old news.
Yeah.
Plus
Wolverine's dead in the old continuity, so
yeah. The problem is the problem with that one is because Hugh Jackman, he has to diet. He has to do a lot of things to look like Wolverine. Because in the original Wolverine, he had to diet
a lot.
And he had to get swole as fuck.
He had to get swole as fuck. But in the original, in the X-Men movies, he wasn't like buff in the sense of the word. Because in the original X movie, he wasn't really buff. But when they did the Wolverine movies and everything, he had to lift weights and everything.
Mm-hmm.
To get buffed up and strong, because that's what Wolverine was. He always had the buff, strength, super strength, muscles and everything.
I don't know.
Yeah, in his case, he looks like he eats onions all day, 6 onions per day.
He ate chicken and ham.
And, there we go.
Yeah, that was his diet, 3,000 calories every day, and he had to work out constantly.
Mm-hmm.
he had to work out constantly and dieting, and that was one of the things that he did. Because I could show you the. Let me see if I could find the website.
Players can now buy gold in Red Dead Redemption with real money. Wow. Like, I could have actually bought real gold using my money, but instead I gotta buy fake gold using real money. That's nice. Red Dead Redemption 2 is stupid as fuck.
The only reason people even bought this game was because of the horse testicle meme.
Yeah,
they did.
Let me show you. Let me show you the. This was his training thing. Mondays he had to do leg extensions, squats, leg press, leg curls, and stiff-legged deadlifts. In Tuesday he does incline bench, bench press, dumbbell flyers, weight dips. Wednesday he rests. Thursday he does weight pull-ups, 4 to 15, barbells in a row. This was his workout. This was the Wolverine workout. Wednesday he rests. Saturdays and Sundays he's rest. It was a 4-day split plan with hypertheron movements. Always train to fail. Basically, doing light cardio sessions to warm us before moving, and weightlifting. You will be doing heavy reps, so pick up weights, feel comfortable, and yet allow you to fail by the 12th rep. Throw in a supersets, an extreme burn. 8 workouts in the morning hours. This was the thing that they did with Wolverine, with Hugh Jackman's workout session.
Mm-hmm.
Intermediate fasting. Wolverine diet. Hugh Jackman is on utilizing concept of intermediate fasting described above. Fasting for 16 hours and eat during 8-hour periods. What was the benefits of this type of eating schedule compared to the traditional diet approach? Better mental state. Dieting is hard work by only, and this is the thing that and this was his physique during Wolverine the third. I think this was the third movie that they did with Wolverine, or Wolverine 2. Better help with mental state. Other tasks without having to worry about food. He eats during 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. This means after early morning workout, he can focus on shoot for a few hours before having his first meal. If his shoot goes into late hours of the night, he can simply sleep and when he is done. Increasing growth of hormone. Huge is 44, and his development of muscular physique at the age is astounding. As many studies have shown, the harder to improve your physique as you get older because your metabolism slows down, less growth hormone produced. In this case, this is why you see many older guys taking steroids. Cough. Sylvester Stallone. Cough. In Hugh Jackman's case, he chooses to utilize intermittent fasting for the growth of hormone benefits. According to the study by the University of Virginia, hormone growth is selection to increase significantly by fasting. Basically, he can eat that much. To take a breather for a second, isn't hockey pucky infomercial diet crazy? The intermittent fasting is actually been shown to allow individuals to burn excessive fat and pack up more muscle. However, you must be training in fasted state like Hugh Jackman does in the early morning hours. According to the study by Research Centers for Exercise and Health out of Belgium, less than glucosamine can burn during fasting training, and higher amounts of fat being burned off because and this is something that they said about this. This is what the nutritional diet that they did. This is the stuff that Hugh Jackman ate: asparagus and chicken. That's what they gave. A simple daily eating plan: chopped ham, 9 slices of of chopped ham for breakfast and 8 extra eggs. Second meal was ground turkey, 4 patties. Third meal was walnuts. Fourth meal was jam, preservatives, and whole wheat bread. Fifth meal was tuna and walnuts. Vegetables were broccoli and tomatoes. Total of 4,000. That's how many calories he got, and 50% protein out of it, and 20% carbs and 30% fat. That was calculated in this whole thing.
Let's see.
In this world.
Yeah, and this is on the website itself, the Wolverine diet.
Crazy.
Yep.
That's actually a pretty decent
Studio
diet.
51 confirms he's working on No More Heroes 3 with Thanos levels of crazy bosses. Yay. I guess Thanos is now canon No More Heroes 3.
Well, there's also, did you hear about Men in Black?
They're coming out with another one?
Yeah.
Why?
And guess who's playing in the movie?
Who? Jaden Michael Taylor?
Chris Hemsworth.
Oh no.
Chris Hemsworth?
My goodness. What a twist.
It's called Men in Black International.
Wow.
Why would someone make another Men in Black movie, especially after the last one?
Well, I don't know. I think it's because the last three were okay. But let me see what I can look at this. The Men in Black franchise is continuing with a spin-off movie that shifts focus away from Will Smith, Agent J, and Tommy Lee Jones, Agent K, to a new generation suit-sporting enforcers. Seriously, they're not coming back, at least. That's the word. Men in Black International will serve as an official title of the franchise summer 2018 scheduled for film spin-off sequel. F. Gary, who is plenty blockbuster successes as Fate of the Furious, of course, Oscar-nominated NWA biopic Straight Outta Compton, directs Men in Black International. Are you kidding me? Gray's director acclaim fame is also includes 1995's original Friday and 2003's remake of Italian Job. Gray worked it off the script written by Matt Holloway, art circulum duo behind 2008's Marvel Cinematic Universe launching of Iron Man and 2017's Transformers The Last Night, and the notorious Marvel effort Punisher Warzone, no, hell no.
No!
No.
Hell no.
No.
Fuck no.
No. Yeah. Fuck no.
It's so bad.
Yeah, because I remember watching Transformers The Last Night. It wasn't a good movie.
I didn't even care about that. Wow, I think the only Transformers movie I'm gonna be watching as of late is the Bumblebee one, because it's, well, at least they stuck to the Gen 1 because it's a fucking Beetle now.
Yeah, that's the thing that a lot of people missed about Bumblebee was the Gen 1 Volkswagen Beetle. And I remembered that they didn't want. I know that Volkswagen was like, "Nah, we're not gonna let you license our car in the movie."
Well, the thing is, later on they had. What happened was Volkswagen But let's be honest with ourselves. Volkswagen was in deep shit because of Dieselgate.
Mm-hmm.
Which basically meant that they didn't advertise their diesel powered vehicle cars to be as emissions compliant as they would. In other words, what happened was the EPA detected a bunch of that the engines were putting out more. At least like 40 times the regulated amount of emissions. I mean, let's be honest here. It's a diesel engine. It's supposed to smoke more.
Yeah, and I get it, because a lot of it has to do with the fact that they were in a bad situation. But seriously, they could have advertised their new Volkswagen Beetles. And they
looks like they're going after subscribers so already. Come on, PayPal, don't be stupid.
Yeah, PayPal's already dead. The only thing
they're really proving 1994 justice. My goodness.
Yeah.
Dude,
it's supposed to be a warning. Yeah.
Fucking PayPal. Someone fucking had my. Here's the thing. PayPal isn't exactly. Well, let's be. It isn't exactly safe. I mean, I got hacked. I got hacked like at least twice. And last night I had to change the password because I got some message from that I sent like $42 to someone named what was it called? Fuck. Damn. Let me check the name real quick. Yeah. Let's see. There we go. Apparently, I had an account from that I sent $42 to someone. $42 to someone named Bangod.
Bangod.
Bang God, like banging God.
Banging God.
Or something like that.
Did you get like an email or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't access it through the email. Access it through the website itself.
I already called them. They told me it was. I already changed my password just in case. Yeah. They usually sell that because the last around 2017 I got hacked.
I rarely ever get hacked on PayPal. Then again, I always delete my PayPal account, so.
Yeah, you're not really missing out much.
That, and I rarely have money there, so people that probably would hack me be like, "That's it. This nigga only got $0. Fuck that noise."
All right. Yep. So
I just found out that Johnson & Johnson knew there's some asbestos in baby powder formula. Oh boy.
Oh, I heard about that.
Yep.
Panzer
and they knew about this since the 1970s, but kept it a secret. That's fucked up.
Let's see. So they're making Panzer Dragoon remake announced it by Sega.
Dude. Also in the news, Apple will bring the Peanuts gang back together in this big screen again.
No. How about no?
What?
We already have the Peanuts movie. Why are we getting another version of the Peanuts by Apple? Ridiculous.
Let's see here.
How about no, Apple? Yeah, that's a big no.
Let's see.
As if the last one didn't. As if the last one didn't tarnish the Peanuts. Peanuts franchise enough. Yeah.
Yeah, so it looks like we're going to have another Panzer Dragoon remake, and John Romero is going to make his unofficial Doom successor.
Yep.
Okay.
And let's see. Duke Nukem movie adds Assassin's Creed producer. No, fuck that. No. Who's going to be the producer for Assassin's Creed?
Wow. Did we ever have an Assassin's Creed movie before?
Duke Nukem
Oh my
will
god.
still be alive and funny and forward with John Cena remaining as the rumored star.
No!
Dun, dun,
Not John
dun.
Cena. What?
Yeah,
Of all
just imagine.
characters.
I can imagine this. Blow it out of your asshole. Dun, 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 dun. Dun,
Of all actors, why John Cena?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait,
Wow.
And his name is John Cena.
We joke about him for years now. Oh my god. If they do this shit, I'm gonna cry.
He's gonna go to a strip club and fuck a bunch of chicks. John Cena.
I came here to chew bubble gum and eat ass, and I'm all a lot of ass. Da, 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 da. Da, da, da. You can't see me. It's not how. You can't see me.
Yeah.
Video unavailable. This video contains content from DreamWorks TV and NBC University, one or more of whom have blocked it on copyright grounds. Thanks! That'll make your show even more worse by doing this copyright bullshit, you stupid-ass companies. Just saying.
Yeah.
My god. I don't even think this guy even used footage from the show. I think he just talked about it, but they're like, copyright. Can't talk about the show.
Tasked with the adaptation of the video game franchise for the film. No, not him. Please don't. He had a problem with Assassin's Creed, the movie. And it's like, no, you guys should try someone else because he didn't do a good job. You should get the guy that did the Mortal Kombat movie. At least he knew how to pull it off pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
I wish Jean-Claude Van... It would be funny if Jean-Claude Van Damme was...
No, go.
Yeah, no, actually, you know what? If they would have dyed Sylvester Stallone's hair, because he actually does have the voice for that. But then again, no, not gonna happen.
I think I have a good candidate for Duke Nukem.
Who?
Dolph Lundgren.
He could pull it off if he did pull off whatchamacallit, Punisher.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Let's see. Voltron's hilarious ways of an original show censored to death. Voltron will there be a spin-off or a sequel?
Isn't Voltron like SJW bait or some shit?
Yeah, it's been a bait show. People were hoping that some of the characters would be gay or something.
Typical.
Yeah, one of the writers for the Netflix series, for the new series of whatchamacallit, what was it? I kind of pissed him off. He actually deleted his channel, his Twitter thing, all because I showed him a picture of Sailor Moon.
Which guy?
Eugene Sun.
Wow. Why do you get pissed?
Because he was doing this virtue signaling rant about how there weren't many guy shows. There were so many guy shows, but he seems to forget that Sailor Moon existed. And I showed him a picture of Sailor Moon punching a villain in the balls. And
wow.
I showed him the picture of it, and he deleted his Twitter.
Wow.
Shit.
Now that's what I call epic rage quitting.
No, because I wanted to prove a point to him that, because it seems like a lot of these people who like to virtue signal seem to forget about the past. Because there were girl shows back in the days that did try to be action oriented or funny. But the problem was, the Japanese already attempted that.
Yep.
Like with Pretty Cure and all these other shows that tried to do it. Like, I don't know why. There was even Rainbow Bright that did this.
Mm-hmm.
And
you should also show the guy in Saint Seiya. It'd be like, what? This exists? What?
Yeah, it's like the guy has no awareness. He kept like bragging about that there weren't any women represented in the thing, and I'm like, dude, you're just full of shit.
You should have shown him She-Ra, and he'll be like,
No, I showed him Sailor Moon because that was a bigger example of a show that was around during the 80s and 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, that was around during the 90s. And there was also Ranma One Half, but that was a gender bend comedy. And some people seem to think, oh, we were like, they don't get that these shows existed long beforehand, and yet they want to talk about representation, and it's like, you guys, they attempted it long before you guys even set foot and touched it,
or were even born, but whatever.
Yeah, and it's like they never understood that. They basically, assumed that everyone was stupid and ignorant, and they never researched this stuff. They never did, but they assumed that everyone doesn't know the dark side of history. If people would actually know the truth about in the dark side, like there were a lot of things back in the 50s and 60s you'd be surprised that exist. And especially like there were so many movies with black exploitation films. Sure, they were terrible films, but they actually meant a lot to several people in their generation. Like, a lot of people have attempted movies in the past, like black cowboy westerns. Oh yeah, they don't exist, but yet they do. Like Boss Nigger.
Oh,
Boss Nigger.
Yeah, that movie existed. Yet some people are ashamed of that film. And I understood
because they don't want to admit their boss was a nigga.
And that was a black western too.
Mm-hmm.
And that became
blaxploitation.
Yeah, and that was like one of the first one of the few popular black westerns ever made. And I understood that Michael J. White was using clips from that film because he wanted to do a project of his own, and he was going to use the Boss Nigger clips over that film to make it his film, to make it into a comedy. And I was all for it because it was kind of a funny ass film, and it was sad that they didn't want to do that. I'm surprised that nobody would pay for that film.
You'd think with the success of like Black Panther, they would do something about it, but
yeah, a lot of them didn't really give a shit about it because they obviously don't care to invest into a project like that. It shows that they don't care about any of that shit. All they care about is their progressive ideas, but they don't want to invest into those progressive ideas.
So, did you guys hear about Amy Schumer saying that she promises to stop trying to look super fuckable?
Amy Schumer?
Oh, yeah. God.
Woman's
crazy.
Like she was ever fuckable. Let's be honest.
Let's put it this way. John Cena, I'm surprised he was just trying to get the hell out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, and his name, and he actually did a sex scene with her. And his name was...
I gotta be honest here.
Yeah, well, I can imagine someone
Hollywood should fucking burn.
I can imagine, the scene with her and him, and then I can imagine someone spamming that to her. And his name was John Cena.
That reminds me of that That reminds me of that infamous prank that someone did to a woman in a radio station.
Yeah.
And she gets triggered to the point where she calls the cops because the radio station was playing a prank on her, blasting nothing but John Cena memes at her.
Oh yeah, really?
Yeah. In fact, let me look at the clip.
Yeah, because I could imagine them sending that to her, you know, Amy Schumer as a joke, having sex with John Cena in a sex scene, and it'd be like, and his name was John Cena. They played in the scene.
There we go. John Cena prank call. Yeah, that's the one. Dude, it's absolutely fucking beautiful. If I can, hey, you know what? We can play it.
Yeah, just give me the link and I'll play it in the background of my show.
Do it. All right.
This week's phone scam. Check it out.
Hello?
I have just one question for you. Are you ready?
Those damn vegans invading Sesame Street. I don't like them.
Am I ready for what? Who's this?
Are you ready for this Sunday night when WWE champ John Cena defends his title in the WWE Super? Now you can order this awesome pay-per-view event for just $59.99.
Hold on.
I'm sorry, no, there's not any chance in hell that we're ever going to have wrestling in this house again. But thank you, but no. Have a good day.
The vegetables are good for you.
There it is. In all its glory.
Hello?
And goodbye to anyone standing in John Cena's way when he takes on 6 men in a steel cage shoots and ladders match at WWE Super Slam. Order now and save $10 with a low price of just $49.99.
Sir, you guys just called me, and as I mentioned before, we're not ordering this, so please stop calling my house. Thank you and goodbye. Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Champ?
Who?
Champ? Is Champ there?
Who is Champ?
That question will be answered this Sunday night! Cena defends the belt at WWE Super Slam!
Hey, sir!
Taking on
Please
Sheamus!
quit calling my house!
The Undertaker!
Quit calling me!
CM Punk! And even Triple H and The Big Show in a spin-swapping makeout match! WWE Super Slam!
Hello? Hello? Can you stop screaming in your little sirens and whatever that is? Can you knock it off for 5 seconds? Not interested. Stop calling my fucking house.
Oh, God.
Hello?
I'm watching you.
Excuse me?
That's exactly what The Undertaker told John Cena! But will he be able to take the belt from the mightiest champion in WWE history at this weekend's WWE Super Slam?
Stop calling my house before I get your number. I will track you down and absolutely tear you to pieces. Do you understand me? I know you are. John Cena, crazy motherfucker. Stop calling my house now. No wrestling, no super motherfucking slam is happening in this house.
You can tell she couldn't deal.
I swear to Jesus, if this is those wrestling again.
Okay, good morning. Hi, I'm just calling this morning to ask if you're a supporter of the United States military.
Oh my God, I apologize. We've been getting calls all morning. I apologize, and yes.
Fantastic.
Yes, I am.
Great. Are you a supporter of the Marine Corps?
Yes, absolutely.
Good.
Absolutely.
Great, because a former decorated member of the United States Marine Corps needs your support.
And his name is John Cena! The ring and put boots to asses! This
Are you kidding me right now?
$39.99.
I can't believe you're still calling me. I'm about to lose my shit. I swear I'm about to call the police.
Hello. You have a collect call from
John Cena!
Will you accept the charges?
Oh, f your mother.
Oh, this is...
Listen, stop calling.
Okay, I gotta stop right there. That's funny. I can't help but laugh at that shit. But I'm gonna get demonetized, but oh well, it's worth laughing at that whole thing.
Yeah, it's fucking insane.
Yeah, chainsaws! And his name is John Cena! Yeah, I probably should end the show tonight, but this was plenty hilarious. Oh man, that I can't help. I'm just laughing at this stuff. But I got work tomorrow. I'm just doing this for fun. The streams, this is hilariously fun. It's nice to hear from you, man.
Likewise, my dude.
Yeah, I hope everything is good. So they're gonna have another. Ooh, BoJack Horseman season 6.
Should I even care about BoJack Horseman though?
It's basically a fucked up cartoon series, but it's funny as hell too. It's not a bad series. It's just it's kind of like it's a fucked up series that basically explores an ex-TV show actor who basically art imitates life type of deal. And I thought it was hilarious. It's a hilarious show. But it's okay. It's not the best series ever made, but it's fucked up.
Well, I'll be honest. At least it's not Baby Mouth or any of the other cartoons that are try hard edgy.
Yeah, I watched it, She-Ra, that new cartoon. I think the problem with that show, it's okay, but not the best you would expect it to be.
Well, it doesn't help that it became a virtue signaling shit show.
Yeah, the original series did it better, I have to say. But the thing that they try to use Spinderella as a fart joke, and then they added this new character called Netsia, and she makes the joke about nothing but net, yo.
Oh, for God's sakes!
Yeah,
why?
She became this black stereotype. Like she has the power of using nets. Like she shoots out like a ball, like a basketball full of net. Nothing but net, yo. That's what I didn't like about that series, because they were really putting out the stereotypes. And then you have this character named Seahawk, who's a straight up like he's a musical act that likes to burn his ship. He was like a comical relief of the show.
So it's actually worse than I thought. It's cringe.
Yeah, it's really cringy. And they try to borrow some of the storyline from the Airbender, where She-Ra, there's like, it turns out there's like several She-Ras after her, and she took over one of the She-Ras.
And then we have the her She-Ra's character design. It looks like they took the Oh, here's the thing. It looks like Robin from Teen Titans, the original one.
Yeah.
Well, the original animation, but they put him a wig, changed his hair color.
Yeah.
And you know where I'm going with this.
I really didn't like this series because it the original, because I used to watch the original when I was a kid. I didn't have a problem with it being a girl show because from my understanding, she was the sister of He-Man. Separated.
Spoilers. Just kidding.
Yeah. But this one, it kind of made me depressed because they basically borrowed elements from the Airbender series and tried to infuse it into this one, where every generation of She-Ra was the last She-Ra that took over, that was around 1,000 years old. They basically made her the new She-Ra. She was basically the new Airbender, which was kind of stupid because
yep, they really pulled that part.
They really screwed it up because the original universe, she was the only She-Ra. And the fact that they turned this into a show to where she's like the Airbender and she basically has all these powers to heal the stuff, it kind of upset me a lot because it was like, it just didn't, did you? She had all these magical powers through her sword. She would fight evil. And that was the point of the show, but instead they tried to turn it into this big giant, like, oh, she's the Airbender. She was reincarnated to every She-Ra, and I'm like, what? No. And that's what upset a lot of people about this show, is because it's not the same She-Ra like you used to know. And it's like, I you know, and they're trying their hardest to sell it as it is.
Well, unfortunately, the hardest isn't hard enough.
Yeah. Because the original, you know, I would love to see, you know, I would love to see them do an original She-Ra, but with the art like this style sort of deal.
They actually did. It was the 2001 He-Man show that got canceled.
Yeah, it got canceled. It was a shame that they did that. And it was like the original artwork for it, I saw it. And it's like, but they made, yeah, here it is. Here's the original artwork for She-Ra, Princess's Power. That's what they were trying to do. And I liked it, the 2000 version of it. It looked pretty good, but it's a shame that they couldn't do it. Because it was due to the fact that
you should also show the 2003 version of Catra.
Yeah. But the problem is, you know, the art style and everything, they kind of did that. The problem with this show is that they had people from Steven's universe to make this show.
Yep.
And that's what killed the show. And they had people from the Airbender making this show, which I don't have a problem with them, but it was the people that made The Legend of Korra the worst part about the show. And I'm not trying to disrespect all the people who like Korra. I kind of liked the original Airbender, but Korra screwed it up. Legend of Korra screwed that up for everybody. I'm sorry. She literally destroyed the whole universe of making a good franchise for Avatar. She fucked up the whole thing. Thanks to her, there is no more franchise. Nickelodeon doesn't want it anymore. You fucked up. I hate to say it. It's true. They fucked up. They canceled that show after the second season. The 13th season sucked it, and then they made it more suckier after the second season of Korra. That's why it didn't last that long.
I don't think I ever cared about anything from Nickelodeon in a very long time, so
yeah,
I'm not missing out.
Yeah, because I actually liked some of their shows, like Real Monsters. That was another good show I liked.
I meant post 2004.
Yeah.
Or so. And I found out that a while ago that Very Odd Parents finally ended, but the final episode was pretty shit.
Yeah. Because what's his name left the show? Phil Hartman.
What's his name? Oh yeah.
And he became a total asshole after that.
I'll be honest with you. Considering the bullshit I had to deal with, if I was working at Nickelodeon, I would be a fucking cunt to everybody too.
Yeah.
And that's not very Christian of Butch, you know?
Yeah, he was a total asshole to everybody. Well, he did work with other people, though. He worked with, what was his name? Not the movie, the cartoon show. Jesus Christ. And that lasted like 61 episodes after 3 seasons of that show. But no, they had to kill it off with Legend of Korra, and that only lasted. Let me see, how many episodes did Legend of Korra have?
Yeah, 61 episodes. A lesbian kiss because they wanted some extra progressive points.
Yeah, it lasted 52 episodes.
Damn, Duckman lasted a couple of more episodes than this.
Yeah. For which show?
Duckman.
Oh,
Duckman. Yeah.
Okay.
And Legend of Korra, I felt that it really sucked.
And to each their own. I like the show, but not everything in the show is perfect shit. Am I right?
Yeah, because you see the old characters from the new characters, and they pretty much made the characters look like garbage.
To be fair, they are old. Some of them are dead.
Yeah. And everyone thought, oh, this is the queer ending where 2 girls holding hands, and the ending was very cool.
No, the original ending, they were supposed to kiss.
Yeah.
They added it in the comics. So comics are canon to the cartoons.
Yeah.
So there.
Yeah, and they edited to hide the fact that it was a lesbian show. Because you have to understand, Nickelodeon was like a kids network. Mm-hmm. And the fact that they decided to have them hold hands was kind of ridiculous.
And nowadays they have lesbian characters in the Loud House.
Yeah.
Progressivism, what's that?
They couldn't do much about it.
That's true.
Because no matter how they do it, you know the British will censor that shit.
I hear the country's gonna get overrun by citizens. The country sucks.
Yeah.
Or English.
Yeah.
I hope they also overthrow the Queen. So I'm waiting for that.
Yeah, well, I have a feeling they'll overthrow the Queen someday. And the Queen won't care.
The queen be like, I have children in my basement. You could kill me now. Off with her head!
Yeah.
Just like the French. But even better.
Man, YouTube is really desperate for views. Well, I'm going to go ahead and end this show tonight. Thank you for watching this show, even though it's boring as hell. No one's watching this because, well, it sucks. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Good night.
Bye-bye.
Later.
Weenies.